Fan Love Friday live in full effect. We are listening to your guys' music, chopping it up with some of you from all over the country, potentially all over the world tonight. If you are here live, appreciate everybody in the Zoom call. Appreciate everybody who's watching this live. Give this video a quick thumbs up. I'm going to open up and see how the chat is looking over in Facebook. We're live on Facebook, of course, Twitter or Periscope, and Twitch. So let me know where you guys are watching this from. If you're watching this live, do me a solid, click out, hit a quick thumbs up for the video. Those help us a ton. The more people that like the video, the more YouTube pushes it up the algorithms, which ultimately just gets more people to check you guys out. So all that. But yeah, man, I'm excited tonight. Angelica asked about the social dilemma. You know, a lot of cap in the social dilemma. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was thinking about making a video to it. I honestly haven't finished it because there's just so many like holes that I picked apart upon my first watch. But yeah, I might be able to do that. I would say check out Valuetainment's video about it. It kind of echoes some of my views. But anyway, let's get into some of you guys' music. Hey, if you're here live, again, just click out of the chat real quick and hit a thumbs up for me. My man Kyrie is in the house from San Antonio, Texas. That's what's up. Maddie said social dilemma is great, but it's misleading. This is true. Why it's misleading is because if you think about any product, the goal of the product is to get the end user addicted to the product, and that's a good product, right? Starbucks coffee is a great product. Why? Because people get addicted to coffee. Your favorite TV show on Netflix can get addicting. So the whole objective of anything that we use is to what? Is to get people to use it. And so the premise that somehow Facebook or Instagram or whatever is more evil because they do it better is just kind of a preposterous notion. So I think the whole premise about it is like, hey, now, can it be used to sway elections and spread misinformation? Absolutely. That part is dangerous. That part we have to be careful for. But hey, you don't want to feel like you're being manipulated by the social media situations or whatever. Quick tip, turn your notifications off. Boom, that's easy. Like, turn your notifications off on Instagram. Don't turn your notifications off on this channel. If you're here, do subscribe and turn the bell notifications on for here. But everything else, turn your notifications on. I have notifications on for maybe 5 or 6 YouTube channels that I really rock with, and everybody else, Instagram notifications are off, Twitter notifications are off. I don't even have Facebook on my phone. And so I don't really, you know, that's how you can curate your own experience. Another thing you guys can do, and maybe I should make a longer video on this in terms of since we're talking about it, is go into your daggone your Explorer page on Instagram, you know, the one with all the thirst traps, and you could right click on everything you don't like and hit not interested, and it'll literally not show you stuff like that anymore. So I have a very wholesome Explorer page on notification on Instagram. Why? Because there's no thirst traps. It's all fitness, fashion, music related on my Explorer page. It's freaking beautiful. Motivational stuff, faith stuff. So if you have an issue with your Explorer page and that's a stumbling block, go through, and every time there's something sketchy on there, just hit that right click, and I don't want to see that anymore. You know what I mean? My man Maddie said my Explorer page is Christian memes. Absolutely. So you guys are in charge of your own online experience, man. And that's the part I don't like about the social dilemma, personally. There's some stuff in there. The part of the social dilemma you should be paying attention to is when the engineers are talking. When there's not engineers talking, I wouldn't be paying attention to it. When it's dramatized, I wouldn't be paying attention to it. And then some of these engineers, like, I'm addicted to email. Turn the notifications off on email. I don't have any notifications on email. My emails come when I go to the app and I say it's time for me to check email. So I don't know. I'm just big on, like, the end user being responsible in these experiences. Those are some quick thoughts, but maybe I'll do a whole demonstration on that. But anyway, guys, if you're here, quick thumbs up on this video. I'm going to hit the intro while we let some more people fill in the chat.
Ruslan. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need a help. Ooh, I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need a help. Ooh, that's right. I don't need nothing else. That's right.
King's Dream Entertainment.
And we're back. All right. So let's get into some of your guys' music. And first up, we have my man Sam Alcott, live in full effect, all the way from Tennessee, near the Ville. I'm gonna pin him up, and we're gonna get into his song. I had to write a verse song for my songwriting class this week. It's not a song structure that I love necessarily, but it was an assignment, and I think it turned out solid. Verse, bridge, verse, song for my interesting. I will likely change the structure up a bit. And okay, dope. Keys.
Flow with me. I mean, maybe cause you took the time just to notice me. That you wouldn't mind if you showed it me. The place of your origin must be Olympus, cause you like a goddess, I promise I'm genuine. Scenery switch, we're looking different. Let's just admire what God did the Genesis. Up in the clouds, we walking on nimbuses, gliding above all the rain and the thunder. Talking some mess that don't make sense to others, but we both be tracking. Feeling some fear, but it's mostly attraction. I'm roped in the passion, engrossed in your ration. Could smoke the whole stash and I wouldn't be close to as high as I get of our interactions. I'm up in the air, view is so gorgeous, but I wanna stare right in your eyes, the bright as the skies. I'm next to the way that you look and it pales to compare. And I ain't that much to look at, but you're enough for the two of us. This stuff is so new to us, but I trust God is using us, cause your soul is so luminous. This universe is too immersed in all these little things that I gotta let loose for her. The truth can hurt, I choose to learn to lose some, but be locked out of heaven like Lucifer when she's up in the clouds. Up in the clouds, not coming back down. I'm feeling so lifted when she come around. And baby, you special. Matter of fact, you celestial. It's fitting like heaven to be next to you. Ironic, you acting so grounded, cause your love is extraterrestrial. I'm tryna leave Earth, you be looking pretty in the oversized t-shirt. On another level, baby, I be tryna reach hers. Doing research, tryna figure out a way to give you everything that you deserve. Got me knee-jerk reacting, I'm out of my element. Stuttering stupid to hell with my eloquence. Elevate higher, impressed by your elegance. Tell by the evidence, you must be heaven sent. From up in the clouds, not coming back down. I'm feeling so lifted when she come around. Way up, baby, you way up, and I'm on my way up, way up, baby, you way up, and I'm on the way up, yeah. Marry me up in a cumulus chapel where we could get used to the hassle of altitude sickness. Around you I found what true bliss is. My missus, I built you a castle where we could retire, remind you the stratus is. Recline on a series like mattresses, in case people ask what the status is. Yeah, we up in the clouds.
So Sam, you said you wrote this for a songwriting class this week, verse, bridge, verse, structure, which is cool. I think stuff like this is actually really helpful to stretch yourself, try different formats, different structures, all of that. I'm all for that. Why did you not enjoy this structure? I'm curious.
I mean, it's not necessarily that I don't like writing it. It's just not necessarily something that I don't know. It feels like less accessible to me. And I don't know what, like, there's no chorus or hook or anything, which, like, that doesn't bother me necessarily, but, like, especially for the type of record that this is, like, I feel like it has the potential to be more accessible, and this structure just feels like it's not that way.
What was the point of the structure from your professor?
Just trying different things.
Gotcha.
I mean, there are plenty of, like, famous songs that use this structure. I mean, not necessarily in hip-hop, but...
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. I think it's good to stretch yourself like this. I enjoyed it. I definitely feel you on, like, that's a very vibey record with, like, a very melodic component, and I think with the right hook it could definitely go. But I do think it's super helpful to stretch yourself and try different stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I like it. I like it. I like you can definitely tell the difference between the first verse and the second verse when you speed up. But yeah, all in all, man, I think it's fire.
Thanks, man. So do you think I should try to restructure it, though, if I'm going to release it? Or
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think you should try to write a good, strong hook.
Okay.
And just put it in between the first and the second verse, and then after the second verse. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
it could be cool to end it with a third verse like that. You know what I'm saying? That it ends with a verse without the hook coming back around. But just make sure that hook is fire.
Yeah, I got you. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No, great job, man. I messed with it.
Appreciate it.
Sam Alcott, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it moving. We got my brother. Oh snap! He got the work vibes going. My man, Conscience. Conscience, I gotta tell you something after I play this song. Are you good to go? I think you're still muted. Hey,
Go.
All right, good. We're good. All right, here we go.
Some time inside of the rain. I got some moves I can't wipe away. I say it before and I'll say it again. Got it all like it, it's not just a trap. It's not just a beat or like a joint. Coded in prayer while I'm talking to shit. Comments I ever got mud on my snitch. Yeah. Might not be good as your company can. I might go check on my son now. Still need my father to tuck me to sleep. Don't wanna go back to choking the heat. Wait. Baby, you feel that in love. Rest of the men who can't see. But believe. Let it breathe. Wake up, fire. Go. Apollo wife taking always said I can't even speak into the syllable in my head. I'm I might have to stop the car more. Don't see no storm. Trick no voice you could tone. Got me feeling like $100,000. No money, I'm talking about bars. They don't want to talk about my God and I get it. But if you want to learn about it, here's an exhibit.
Yo, that joint is fire, bro. This is the intro to the project.
The project that doesn't exist.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I think about really, if I had to give any critique, I mean, I really like your stuff top to bottom, but if I had to give any critique, I would just say I really want to hear you experiment with negative space, like more beat mutes on the one, and like just where the lines could cut through, because I think that's a powerful tool that with your cadences and with your bars can really kind of cut through.
You referring to vocal negative space or beat negative space?
Muting the beat.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
muting the beat at specific times.
Okay.
Yeah. and letting kind of some of the effects ring out on the vocal, and just like we're like in a really clever fashion.
Okay. Do you have any like references you can point me to?
Besides my new stuff.
Oh, come on. Hey, that's a great reference. Send it over.
I'll send it to you. I'll send you the record. I'll send you the
Okay.
record. I'll send you some examples. But yeah, I think I think that would be the only thing I would like to hear more of.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what'd you have to tell me?
Oh, I'll show you in a sec. But real quick, before I tell you what I gotta tell you, does anybody know what merge to meeting window means in Zoom?
Isn't that where you can pin 2 people or more?
Let me see something. Oh, okay. It just puts everybody on the side, I guess. It just put the participants on the side. Okay, that's not what I want. How do I take everybody off here? Lock meeting, play sound when someone joins, leaves. Allow participants to unmute themselves. How do I undo this now? Gosh darn it. Oh, here we go. Pop out. Boom. All right, cool. Cool. Okay, hey, okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Where you at, bro? Cause you got the you at work?
I'm at the office still, yeah.
Hey. All right, give me 1 sec. I gotta show you something. So I made a video about this a long time ago, and the only reason I'm sharing this with you, Conscience, and the whole world, I guess, is some of you guys know that I'm a specifically Conscious knows that I'm a fat boy at heart, like straight up, and I love food, but you know I also want to look fly and wear cool clothes, and you can't really do that when you're kind of fat. So I started. It all started when my man Berg on the Beat asked me the other day in a private live stream how my bulk was coming. And a bulk, for those of you guys don't know, is when somebody that lifts weights intentionally eats kind of reckless to put on muscle, and then you bulk, and then you cut. And I was like, well, I'm actually not in a bulk. What are you saying? And were you saying I'm fat? He's like, well, you were a lot leaner when I was with you, and Conscience, Berg, you were out here at the same time as Berg and Canvas.
I got a head start on those blueberry pancakes though.
Yeah. So anyway, I say that to say something I went back to is, and you guys may not know this, but broccoli is extremely high in leptin. It's an extremely high volume food, meaning there's a lot of it, and it's extremely low calories. So I've been eating a freakish amount of broccoli every day. I'm talking like this is my third serving. Now here's the dope part about broccoli is you can make it in the air fryer real quick. It tastes good when you season it correctly. This wasn't seasoned correctly. I was in a rush because I was starting this. But it also elevates your leptin levels. You guys may not know what leptin is. Leptin is the compound in your body created to help you with, it's a hormone, to help you with feeling satiated, but more importantly, having a degree of self-control over what you're eating. And I would say it carries over for me totally, like what time I wake up, what time I go to sleep, making just good decisions overall. So the moral of the story is, if you're a fat boy at heart like me, or if you're just a little older in the age like me, I'll be 36 this year. I'm not going to tell Conscious's age, but we're similar ages.
Please don't.
Well, you're younger than me. You're substantially younger than me, I think. I forgot your age, but anyway.
32.
Okay. So, guys, broccoli. Broccoli is literally the answer to every nutritional problem. If you're fat, eat broccoli. If you eat too much sugar, eat more broccoli. And specifically an air fry, because it's just I literally just have frozen broccoli everywhere that I just throw in the air fryer and it cooks in 8 minutes. But I am such a fat boy at heart, guys. You know, I love cake. I love chocolate, flourless, cocoa cookies. I think you had some of those when you were out here with me, Conscious. But yeah, man. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, bro. Broccoli in the air fryer, 8 minutes.
Can I get nerdy with you, Guru? Is there a nutrient difference between the air fryer and steam on the broccoli?
I don't know. I feel like broccoli in the air fryer is crunchier. So it has like,
Okay.
I don't know if you could tell, but it's like crispier.
Yeah, like the edges get crispier.
I love it crisp. So anyway, but yeah,
Gotcha.
so I don't know if there's no nutrient difference. I like the convenience of cooking it from frozen. Like that's very nice to me. It's frozen, you throw it in 4 minutes, you stop it, you season it. Another 4 minutes, boom, you got a whole thing of broccoli. And the air fry takes almost no time to warm up. So anyway, I've been eating this stuff literally like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days straight. I'm down about 5 pounds, and
Dang.
and I feel great. And I'm finna, we finna get that summer bod in the wintertime. Cause your boy's turning 36, man. I need to do another turning 36 photo shoot. I can't be out here looking sloppy. I'm 36, having folks thinking I'm on a boat when I'm not. But yeah, man, just want to share that with you. Broccoli and a lot of chicken and a lot of fish.
That's crazy weight loss though. 5 pounds in 5 days?
About a pound a day. Yep. I was 189. I freaked out. My scale broke. And I kind of got reckless with the eating. It was like flourless cocoa cookies every day. And I was like, yo, I'm 189, fam. This is big for me.
That's crazy. So do you pick up weight quick if you're getting light on your disciplines?
Yeah, I'll plump up quick.
But you're pretty lean though too when you're at your peak.
Leanest
Percentage-wise?
I've gotten is 174 at about 10% body fat, 10-11% body fat.
Well, that's good. That's above average.
I'm 185, 84. I'll probably be 184 tomorrow morning. And so,
Dang.
yeah, the
I
broccoli.
better have that broccoli on deck when I get out there.
Bro, the cool thing about this broccoli, one, it tastes good, but two, is it fills you up. So it fills you up, and relative for the amount of calories you're getting, for how full it makes you eat. Like you can eat like, a big old thing of broccoli, and it'll be like 50 calories. You know what I mean? And like no carbs. So, and it's super high in nutrients and the fiber. So top to bottom, it's a miracle food.
Yeah, it's easier to eat too, for at least for me, compared to like Brussels sprouts, kale, stuff like that.
Yep. So that's your lifestyle hack for everybody. Conscious is like, me and him we be having these grown man conversations about food.
We're trying to stay around.
We're trying to stay around, trying to look good, top to bottom. But yo, I appreciate you being here, bro.
Thank you.
I'm gonna keep this thing moving as I chew my broccoli. Forgive me for eating on camera, I guess. But hey, man, sometimes these streams be going long, and I don't want to finish and be craving crazy food. All right, we have the homie. Here's my second track. Looking forward to Friday. Dubim.
Yeah, you said it right.
Dubim. All right, here we go. You keep yourself muted. I'm gonna drop. It's called Top of the Year Freestyle.
Yeah. Verse 1. At the top of the year, I got a mandate from my sphere. Got some ideas in my pocket, and some melodies for your ear. It came to me like a seed, so it's time for me to start planting. Some rap games, different reformation, and death to all of its antics. Trying not to be frantic, being introspective for some innovation. With all this lyricism, I've been animated with some dedication. Speaking life to my tribulations, litigating on my imperfections. Nowadays, all my confidences integrated in the resurrection. Got a body of work, so I pen some lyrics, then I annexed them. Young souls getting captivated by some Percocets and some Xanaxes. Kinda wrecked up with some living water. Introduction of the King of Kings. Transference of your heavy burdens from the silence of the heavy wings. It might sound like it's preachy, but we in it for the truth. The top better side of all your shackles, brought to you by the booth. And see, my imagination's a conduit for ingenuity. Bulldoze on my reservations, cause forming rhymes is new to me. Stepping out in good faith, dismantling ambiguity. Expand my capacity, cause my skill set went to puberty. Self-sabotaging tendencies, I'm one for my identity. Peace of mind takes precedence when I'm clinging on to serenity. My God, got an album dropping here.
Yo, thank you for sharing this. How long have you been making music?
Yeah, so I've been making beats for about 10 years, but I've been rapping for like 8 months. So this is like the first time I ever recorded a rap.
Very cool. For the sake of you've been only rapping 8 months, that's really good. And you made
Yeah,
this beat too.
appreciate that. Yes, sir. I made it, mixed, recorded, master, everything.
Love it. So I love the beat a lot. I think the beat is really cool. It's very unique. I think as a producer, this sounds like a demo, so I would have like just added some you know, some breaks, some switch ups, some breakdowns, that kind of stuff from an arranging standpoint. But this sounds like it was kind of like more of a demo freestyle thing. Your rapping is cool. The cadences started getting interesting at about 45 seconds. You kind of started speeding up. You started off kind of slow with like really simple single syllable rhymes, which I wasn't really the biggest fan of. But then it kind of picked up. I would say a couple of really just basic tips as you're getting started that'll help this process go faster for you is you definitely sounded very bored and like you were reading off your phone. So you sounded kind of monotone and kind of contained. So a big rule, unless somebody's been rapping for a decade, is like don't ever read your raps. Like especially when you're building, you got to get in a discipline of going into it like with the performance art aspect. You're really trying to perform and pour your heart into it. This just didn't sound like it. This just sounds like you were reading your raps and it was the middle of the night, you were sleepy and everybody was asleep in a house. You were trying to keep it down. Like that's the vibe. The raps themselves were cool. Like you got some interesting cadences, like I said, especially around this mark.
My confidence is elevated in the resurrection. Gonna study your work, so I pin some lyrics in the annex. Young souls getting captivated by some Percocets and some Xanaxes.
Like that's cool. Like there's some interesting stuff happening. But I would say the biggest thing I think for you is going to be stay away from the single syllable words unless there's compound rhymes in between. So you know, I started with my sphere, like here. Then like the way you opened it was very like kind of ABC.
I got a mandate. Verse 1. Verse 1. At the top of the year, I got a mandate from my sphere. That's my ideas in my pocket. And some melodies from your ear.
Like super basic. At the top of the year, I got a mandate from my sphere. But the bum. It's almost like old school rap with the new kind of like, you know what I mean? Like you got to really. The only way that bar works is if you have like a super dope British accent and you're like a drill rapper. You know, at the top of the year, like I can't even do a UK accent. But if somebody with a UK accent said it, like if Skepta said it or someone like that said it, it would have been cooler. But you're just saying it in like a normal voice. So I would say don't read your raps. Try to memorize them and punch. Try to punch and remember that this is a performance art. Like you have to pour yourself into the performance. So whether that means you needing to kind of yell a little bit and project your voice and get loud, or you going down to a whisper, like this is a performance art, and this seems like you're just kind of putting your foot in the water and just testing it out. Like you sound like you're unsure of yourself if you really want to do this or not. So if you want to do this, then just go all in. But basic stuff. Don't read your raps. Punch as often as possible. I mean, as often as possible. Like, you should not be doing one-take verses. You should not be reading under any circumstances. Punching every 2 to 4 bars, pouring your heart into it, and leaning into the technology. Because you're a producer, you should know how to punch. You should know how to, you know what I mean? Use the tech. So I think it's cool. I think it's a good start if you've only been rapping a couple months. The most impressive thing about this is the production. Like the beat is really cool. I like the vibe of the beat. I like the bounce of the beat. The sound selection of the beat is really dope. So I think you just gotta try those things. Like this week, try to record without reading. Try to punch every 2 to 4 bars and try to like really pour all yourself into it. Don't be afraid to yell. Don't be afraid to get quiet. Don't be afraid to do all the above on a single verse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just experiment and see how that feels to you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the feedback. That's exactly why I did this. You know, it's always beneficial to hear people's perspectives on where you can kind of work on your craft. So, yeah, I appreciate it a lot.
Dope, man. Good stuff. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. Let's see who else is in the chat with us. Is Wesley here? Wesley is not here. Neems is... Wait, I thought I saw Neems. There he is. I see you, Neems. Neems, do me a solid. Neems, if you could turn your camera sideways, by the way, that always helps me out a ton. It just fills up the screen a little more. So appreciate you. Let me pin you up, Neems. By the way, so if you guys want to submit something or you want to hop in a Zoom call, the link is pinned up at the very top. And so sometimes we stop and have longer conversations. Sometimes somebody may ask a question, right? So just know that's what you're witnessing is like it's not it's not super structured, right? So me and Conscience just stopped and talked about broccoli for 5 minutes, right? That stuff's gonna happen. So all right, here we go. Neem's been on fire lately with the production, so I'm actually really excited to hear this. Yo, Neems, I really like this, man. So first of all, your sound selection is getting really good. Your swing of your drums feels great. Like the hi-hats on here feels good. The vocal sample, the way you got the vocal sample pitch, like that's really cool. I like everything about this. My only suggestion would have been to make the bass line different in the way you played it and in the sound selection. Something about that bass line just sounds really round and kind of like boomy. Boom, 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 boom. So, excuse me. So something I would just recommend is you trying to listen to live bass players or live bass players that make loops on Splice, or just something to kind of add a little more funk to the a little more funk, a little more groove to the to the track. You know what I'm saying? To the bass line specifically. Everything else about this is dope, and I don't know what that is. You know, potentially experimenting with different sounds, maybe instead of doing like a live bass sound like this, trying more of an 808 sound, maybe adding some distortion to the bass sound and tucking it a bit more, maybe compressing the bass a little more. But something about the bass just felt a little stiff to me, and that's all in all, that's like me really picking it apart. You know what I mean? So there's other ways you can improve on the bass line, but those are just some of the off the top ideas I have in terms of this specific bass line. But all in all, yeah, I think it's really good. I think, dude, you found your pocket, man. Like, you really found a good groove and a good pocket, and I like the vocal sampling, and everything you've been doing has been like really, really, really good. So I think you just got to keep going, and in these last couple beats, find some people to do some strategic collaborations with, and start releasing some stuff. You're still muted. There you go. Wait, you're still muted. Your mic's, something's messed up with your mic. You're unmuted in Zoom, but something's messed up with the mic. Hey, if you're watching this live, give this video a quick thumbs up. Those help us a ton. Big Steelers fan just said, I just wanted to say your son is so cute. I watched the live stream earlier. Thank you. Appreciate you being here for 2 live streams. All right, Neems, can you talk? Yeah, it's not working, bro. It's all good, though. Yeah, I think it's your headset or something. Okay, I'm gonna keep it moving, Neems. Hopefully that was good, yeah? That was... Can you talk? Yeah, it's not working. Okay, we gonna move on. Shout out to the homie Neems. No shout out to his microphone. Whatever happened there. But let's keep this thing going. All right, next up we have the homie. All right, we did Neems. All right, we got Bats, Alive and Full Effect. Give me a sec, Bats. I'm gonna pull you up here. All right. Just want to make sure I got something in today. We've been really busy. I love a verse from the Patreon community on this. I would also love a verse from the Patreon community.
Yeah. Yeah, we never gon' stop all talk. Yeah, you know we gonna break up all the locks. Yeah, we gotta break these chains, yeah. Yeah, we gotta break these chains. Ay. Look, all of y'all gon' hate me by the end of this verse. I got so much that's on my mind and I just put it in work. I feel like we don't got worth, like we the dirt of the earth. All up in the media, you see my people is hurt. Words don't do it justice. I really knew the hustle. All on my kids a struggle. We need to raise a level to one that's never heard of. Now y'all promoting murder, and all my kids role models is some Bobby Smurters. Nah, break the chain of how to paint. And my vision overcame sis. People really like to put on fronts, wearing shoes that they can't fit, but I understand it's generational gap. So we got lot that's going on, so we express it through rap. Ay, y'all really need to do y'all research. They only love my people when they faces on a t-shirt. Dang, yeah. All these short bus rappers I don't entertain. I'm just trying to help the family and just break the chains. Yeah, we never gon' stop all talk. Yeah, you know we gonna break off all the locks. Man, I gotta break these chains, yeah. Yeah, we gotta break these chains, ayy. Look. Yeah, we never gon' stop all top. Yeah, you know we gonna break up all the locks. Yeah, we gotta break these chains, yeah. Yeah, we gotta break these chains, ayy.
Yo, this is really good. So first of all, let me ask you this: what BPM is this? Because this is a very complimentary BPM for your tone and just your cadences and stuff. So 80?
Oh yeah. Oh, it was like 120 at first, but I made it 85.
Okay, so you started with the vocal sample and then pitched it down and slowed it down to 85.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so really good BPM. You seem to really live well in that like 80 to 85 BPM.
Yeah.
So I really like it. So my only feedback on this, because you sound so good here, is bro, lean into that double time. Like really lean into that double time, because that's gonna be one of those things where if you start with a flow like this and then you speed up, it's just gonna sound that much doper. So like going from, let me find it.
Level to one that's never heard of. Now y'all promoting murder.
Like that doesn't feel slow. Like that doesn't feel slow at all. Like that's a good groove. You know what I'm saying? And you can get all the words out and the punchlines could cut through.
And all my kids role models is some Bobby Smurters. Nah, break the chain of how to paint. And my vision overcame sis. People really like to put on fronts, wearing shoes that they can't fit, but I understand it's generational gap. So we got lot that's going on, so we express it through rap.
And then I would have went back in. Then the son up on a thing, gonna son up on a thing, done a thing. Like that would have been really cool. And so the reason why I say that to you is because you're releasing singles and you're releasing visuals for a lot of this stuff, is if you get me there a little sooner, that's really going to be that wow factor. You know what I'm saying? Because your visuals look good, the beats sound dope, and you're making the beats, and you're rapping already well with bars and content, but then you switch the flow up. You know what I mean? If you could show me all of that in the first 8 bars, which 8 bars at this BPM is about 15 seconds, which is the exact same it's the exact same length that an IG story is. I'm kind of reversing engineering. I'm going from creative to strategy. So if you show me all of that in a 15-second increment, what that does for me as a fan of yours or as a supporter of yours is now I could take that IG reel and send it directly to my story, and it could spread faster that way.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna probably like just redo this, because this is a demo. I was really kind of rushing. I did this like 30 minutes before like the stream started, because I just wanted to get something out, make sure I'm staying consistent. But I'm gonna definitely come back next week with this Happy Be Better.
Yeah, I love it. And find what works for you, bro. Like if you feel good at this tempo, then you know, like go all in. Like, and you sound great at everything, by the way. But what I'm saying is, I think if we reverse engineer this a little bit and we say, how do we get Bats as much attention as possible? And you're creating, see, a good product, the consumer does the remarketing for you. Meaning like, if I really, really, really love my J's, I'm going to actually go on and do the marketing for Jays. It doesn't mean Jordan doesn't market to me. It just means that I like him so much that I tell other people about the product. So if you make the product with that in mind, like, yo, how could I write this record with people sharing it in mind? That's a really powerful way to do that. So I say all that to say, like, if the record starts, you drop right in, like the baby does. A lot of times you'll go right into the song.
Yeah.
And then within the first 15 seconds, you're going from the first flow to the second flow, back to the first flow, right? So your first 16, you're bouncing back and forth between these two cadences. That just makes me excited to share it, and now the whole thing is seen on my IG story.
Yeah. That makes sense, bro.
So, yeah, man. I think it's fire, though. I think it's
Thank
fire.
you.
I got to write that down because that's actually like 15, like writing stuff in 15-second intervals intentionally so that people will share that, so that they could be scaled down to IG reels that could be shared to people's IG stories.
Yeah, because that's been a problem with me. Sometimes I'm like, what part should I put in the reels that like it's gonna make sure people like it? So yeah, that's a good idea to do it purposely.
Yeah, and so what you're doing is you're just reverse engineering it. Like you're literally thinking with the distribution in mind. So you're thinking of it in a way where people do the promoting for you, right? And then you already are in the TikTok ecosystem, so you know what works on TikTok and you know how to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I think that could really work. IG reels to IG stories. Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, okay, word up, man. No, great stuff, bro. Go.
Thank you, man.
Fire. That's Bats, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all should be following him. If you aren't, that's Bats with a Z on all social media platforms. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's see who's in the chat. We got Brian is not here. Rome.
I'm here.
Oh, you are here. Okay, there you go. Turn your camera on, Brian.
1 second.
There we go.
I'm trying to open a different one. So if you get another request from me, do that one instead.
Wait, you're about to request another one?
Yeah, my computer. So I'm on my phone right now.
Oh, got you.
So it's loading right now. So I'll give it about 10 seconds.
Okay, for sure. All right, here we go. I think I just added you in. Waiting for you to come in here.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yo, if you're watching this live, click out of the chat for me real quick. Like it takes you 1 second to do this, and just give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe and bell notification button. That helps us out a ton. Gosh, what a great start to the stream today, man. Y'all just coming with it. Alright. I don't know what's taking so long. I think it's your internet. Maybe it's my internet. How trash would that be?
Man. Crazy.
Alright. It's just waiting to bring you guys in. Alrighty.
Man, why is it taking so long?
Here, let me see who else is in here. Wesley.
Yeah. Here we go.
I'm gonna mute you and just look for the new one.
Open. Join. And we are here. Yeah.
Okay. Valiant Productions is in the house. Get him ready while we wait for Be Nice to be nice with his Wi-Fi signal. There he is. All right, here we go. Go back to.
Yeah. Let's be nice. Let's get it. Sometimes I feel like young ice tray with the green bean. With a squad full of legends like the dream team. Yeah, running through your defense like I'm beast mode. Yo, you couldn't even stop it with a cheat code. They say handle business, but I don't play with mine. I've been liable to go viral from the layup line. Then once everyone watching and tell them I'm just getting started. I might sold out on an island and shooting rocks in the ocean. That's all I see, nothing but splash water all around. Say it's showtime, high off the ground. How you like me now? All my moves so precise. I can do this all night. Double team if you like. That means I'm beating you twice. Driving straight down the middle. I'm heaven sent with the rhymes. I made a lot with the little, like how Young Penny left dimes. I know I'm far from beginner, but I remember the time when there's still work to be done. You better get on your grind, because life is full of lemons. I'm just trying to be the middle, Lord. Whoa. Yeah, put me in a den of lions. Watch me be the Megatron. Whoa. I said life is full of lemons. I'm just trying to be the middle, Lord. Put me in a den of lions. Watch me be the Megatron. Running such a way that I'm the one you put gold medals on. Whoa. Right, twice a day like a broken clock. Pen and pad, I've been in the lab like Devin and Dexter. Best of the best, simply just putting in work is something I gotta do. Methodical, with every single action. Build up the traction, fills in the gap to become unstoppable. I'm on tracks and I'm locked in like a roller coaster at Six Flags. Investments, what I'm best in, cause a big dream has a big tax. But it's funny how the people that's on sidelines want kickbacks. They won't touch till you 30 feet ahead, wouldn't wanna risk that. But shout out to the real ones that's been nearby like a shadow. As I grow, they grow too, and they stand with me in the battles. Yeah, same way that Adonis need Rocky. I know they got me right in my corner, ready for war until it's over. So no matter the pressure or how long it'll take us, all these moves that we making, no, it will surely not break us. No second guessing the effort, no clue to what you expecting. But just know that round here that we play chess and not checkers, because life is full of lemons. I'm just trying to be the middle, Lord.
Yo, I really like this on this record. I like you on this record. I like the vibe of the record. Only thing I don't like about the record is how long the verses are. Like, I feel like that first verse at the slower cadence should definitely be cut in half. Just take like the best parts of it and chop it down. The second verse is cool because it's faster, but if you just keep up with like what's going on in music, there's very few people putting out like 3-minute songs right now. You know what I mean? 3.5 or 3 minutes and 7 seconds. So that would really be my only thing is this sounds like a demo version of you fleshing out the idea, and less of like okay, I'm ready to shoot a visual for this and get this in front of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely something I'm I've told you in previous ones, just trying to put out ideas and just kind of, it's easier to cut from there. So, but yeah, it's 2 16 bars, and I think I'm still very much a, what do you want to call it? I guess an old head in the sense that I still write my verses in 16s.
Yeah, you gotta get away from that.
And obviously
now,
you put
the hooks are the same length as the verses now.
Yeah.
And something I've been doing is I've actually been cutting my hooks in half.
Yeah. And that's basically with this one, it had the one part and then it goes back into it. So yeah.
So I would just just consider the consumer, like just to consider the person on the other side of this. And in the era of TikTok we're in, I know you've had success on TikTok. Consider their attention span. Like really consider their attention span.
Yeah, it's I feel you on that, and I think especially listening to the advice you just gave Bats about kind of writing in 15-second increments and kind of shortening it. It definitely is something to keep in mind.
It used to be we had to change our flow and our cadence every 15 seconds. Now we have to change our flow and our cadence every 6 to 7 seconds, so there could be at least 2 changes in a 15-second interval. Unless it's just such an infectious, amazing cadence that people are like blown away by it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would consider just the end distribution in mind. But other than that, like this record is fire, the beat is fire. You got a great ear for beats, and your voice sounds great on this. All in all, I think it's it's really cool, man. I would just keep chipping away and like considering all the minutia and all the details of it.
Sure. I thought it was, and it's interesting. This one I felt a little bit more of an experiment on. Kind of found this beat I've been on a UK drill and grime kick a little bit. So that's actually what this beat style was. So just try to do something a little different. So
yeah, I love it. I love the beat. You got a great ear for beats, bro. Good stuff.
Appreciate it.
Be nice, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving. Let me bring in my bro Rome, who just got in here, and then I'm gonna go to you right after Rome.
What up? What up?
Valiant Productions. What up, Ruslan KD? I'm working on Out of the Cage. Okay, dope.
My body, my soul, they are never home. It's watching me on. It's watching me on. It's watching me on. I'm about to break. Been too long up in these chains. Ain't nobody really safe. Best to get up out of the way. No will never be tamed. I'm coming out of the cage. They will not bury a slave till I be up in the grave. I'm coming out of the cage. 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 Never be tamed. They will not bury a slave till I be up in the grave. I'm coming out of the cage. 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 I wasn't out in the hood none of the times that the babies was killed. So I don't hear nothing you saying about black on black crime. You ain't keeping it real. Don't talk about what you ain't live. Best not get fixed in your list. Till you shed tears for the system that white people said they left us to rebuild. I'm back at it, keeping it Jesus. Preaching to power and leaving the species. Police was pissed, I repeated the reasons. Demon and change was like casting out demons. Undefeated, deviated from tradition. 3-piece only when I get my chicken. I don't play religious. This is for the people that don't get a mention. No, it will never be tamed. I'm coming out of the cage. They will not bury a slave till I be up in the grave. I'm coming out of the cage. Out of the cage. Will be tamed. They will not out of the cage. Out of the cage. Out of the cage. Out of the cage.
Yo, I really like your verse on this, bro. The verse on this is crazy. I like the beat. I don't like the hook as it is right now because it just sounds very poorly mixed and thrown together. I don't know if this is done or not, but I think you guys should come back to this and really get the mix right on the hook. I don't know if this is a draft, a demo, if this is like the finished product. Okay, this is unlisted. So is this a demo?
Yeah, I'm still mixing this song.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I think you really got to get the mix right on the hook. But a real quick tip I would give you is cut that hook in half, bro. Because, again, it takes a long time for the song to rev up. And by the time you get to the verse, it's really cool. But I feel like...
Out of the cage. Out of the cage. Out of the babies was killed.
Like... I gotta wait a minute to get to the best part of the song.
The babies was killed. So I
like that's a long time for me as a consumer. So you already have a pretty long intro.
About to break. No will never be tamed. I'm coming.
Yeah, I would honestly just cut the hook in half, cut that intro in half, cut the hook in half, get to the point a bit sooner, and at the end maybe you can leave it long like that. But I don't know if you know. I just would never recommend somebody having to wait a minute to get to the verse. Like, I just don't think that's a wise song structure. You know, like maybe if you had Drake on the hook and the song was opening up with like a legendary, iconic hook, then you could pull that. But this hook is okay. Like it's a solid hook, but it needs to be executed well. And I don't know if that's from a recording standpoint or a mixing standpoint. Probably a combination of both. But I don't think it needs to be this long. Like I think you literally can cut it in half and then go right into that verse. And that verse is money. So if you could shave 15 seconds off the hook, 7 seconds off the intro, you can get me to the verse within the first 40 seconds of the song. And now this is an incredible verse. Because that's really the highlight of this record, I think, to me, is like how good that verse is. You know what I mean?
Okay. So like cut the intro and the hook in half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep the verse the same length and everything else good money.
I think so.
It's watching me on.
Let me find a loop. Hold on.
my body, my soul. Hey, I never want to. It's watching me on.
Yeah, so 8 seconds is where I would cut the song right there.
It's watching me on. It's watching me on. I'm about to break. Been too long ago.
I mean, even if you started there, like I'm about to break, like the song just drops right into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dang, that's short. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, think about like the biggest records right now. They're all mad short. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the biggest rap records are short records. And here's the thing that people always misunderstand about short songs. Short songs create replay value. They force replay value. So what are we in? We're in the era of replay value, meaning that we're in the streaming era. So one stream isn't enough. You want people to play this back 10 times. You know what I mean? That's how good you want the song to be. Well, if you overload them with the hook and the intro and this and that, I'm not going to replay it. But like if you look at some of the biggest records, they're short, and it forces the consumer to say, ooh, I want to hear that joint back again. And that's what you want. You want to be like, ooh. So now you're not just getting one stream, you're getting 4 or 5 streams because it's that good. And it's less work for you to feel like you got to make a 2.5 minute song. You really got to make a 1 minute 45 second song, you know?
No, we'll never be tamed. I'm coming out of the cage. They will not bury us here till I be up in the grave. I'm coming out of the cage, 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 out of the cage.
Boom, right there you go into the verse.
The verse right there. That's
right there.
Oh, that's interesting.
So what is that? That cuts 16 seconds plus another 16 seconds, I think. So then so I guess the song under 2 minutes. Because that's 16 plus 16 is 32 seconds. So now the record ends 32 seconds is now it's a 1 minute and 54 second song. That's where I would want to live. That's where I would want to live for a record like this. Again, this is what you got to think about. It's not about you.
Yeah, it's real different. I feel
it's not about you. We got to stop.
Like, all dude saying I am used to them 3-4 type minute tracks which you grow up on. So
yeah, like, but that's not the era we're in. If you want to touch as many people as possible, it has to be about the end consumer and what are they on right now. They're not on 3 minute songs. They're not on 3 minute. They're on 1.5 minute, 2 minute songs. You know what I mean? So if that's what the format is, and it helps you get more value it helps you out by getting people to re-listen to it over and over again. You know what I mean? So I would really, really consider. I mean, do what you want. It's your song, but I would seriously consider the strategy side of what we're talking about, because the strategy side, you have the creative side. The creative side is there. That's fine. It's a good song. I mean, get the mixing right and get that creatively right. But the strategy side, I think, is what's going to help take this song from being just a record you drop that does okay to being a record you drop that could potentially get playlisted and help you cut through the noise.
Yeah, good look. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Great record, bro. Really good record. All right, we're going to go to the homie Valiant Productions. He got a new record called Quarantine.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, Valiant Praise. I know you have a
struggle with that. Executive order
every time.
for all
Valiant
Michiganders, and it goes into effect just after midnight tonight.
I got 24 hours, stuck up in a crib cause we in a quarantine. I ain't scared of the COVID-19, it's real, but only a temporary thing. So we in the crib cause the government said it's necessary, trying to get the people up the cemetery. I ain't about to act like it's a game, but it's Jesus now. I ain't about to go say, living room, dining room, hallway, refrigerator, no cane. Pull up, just call me, I see you later. I got 24 hours, stuck up in the crib cause we on a quarantine. I ain't scared of the COVID-19, it's real, but only a temporary thing. First Let me be real, this thing ain't a game or a drill or a joke, cause it came around and it changed the part we hang around the folks. People either at the stove, stocking toilet paper rolls, or they shut up in their homes, trying to figure out what's going on. Like, come on, tell me how long have I been here? The clock say 5 minutes, but it feel like Buzz Lightyears. I just went on vacation, I went from right there to right here. I'm organizing closets and doing dishes in my nightmares. And I ain't about to waste my time and lose my mind, cause these seconds, minutes, hours passing by, I can't rewind. So I choose to refuse the confused, and I only view the necessary news. Got a lot of free time, only one life, so I ain't going out tonight.
And foremost, this is not a recommendation, this is an order.
I got 24 hours, stuck up in a crib cause we in a quarantine. I ain't scared of the COVID-19, it's real, but only a temporary thing. So we in a crib cause the government said it's necessary, trying to keep the people up the cemetery. I ain't about to act like it's a game, but in Jesus' name, I ain't wanna go say. Living room, dining room, hallway, refrigerator, no gate. Pull up, just call me, I'll see you later. I got 24 hours, stuck up in the crib cause we on a quarantine. I ain't scared of the COVID-19, it's real, but only a temporary thing. Oh my God, people are stubborn, head is hard. Disregard, make them have to go and get the army guard. Oh my Lord, shaking dice with life we can't afford. But this weather's getting nice and we in this house bored. Trying to find out all the facts, trying not to eat them snacks, trying to act like we don't need the government to send them racks. Jesus coming back, so use this time and hit his line and call him up in China. We in this together, it won't last forever. Don't give up, we need you to know it's gon' get better. So do your part, play it smart, shine a light in the dark, keep some peace in your mind, keep some joy in your heart. Cause I got 24 hours, stuck up in a crib cause we in a quarantine.
Yo, this is dope. I really like it. I would say the same thing. It's just too long. Like, I feel like I'm really having to work to finish it. You know what I mean? It's dope. It's freaking fire. Like the beat, the meme style videos, the whole thing is really good. I just think it could have been trimmed down. I just think some of it, like there's just a little bit of fat on it that I feel like you could have trimmed down in the format side. But I think the message is dope. I think the beat is really cool. I wish the kick was a little punchier on the beat, but it's not really that big of a deal. Did you make the beat too?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so I would have just said just you know, a bit punchy on the beat, but the whole concept is really cool, man. I think it's like a very reasonable approach. I like how you sampled those governor clips. I think those are dope. I would say something like this, maybe lyrics on top of it in a real simple like format with a real cool font.
Sure.
So that the lyrics were here, you know, and you could probably find somebody on Fiverr to do that for you for relatively inexpensive.
No, real talk. I did this right when we were in the midst of the beginning, or at the beginning of the quarantine. So it's like something I worked on to really just put some hope and some light out there in that space, and I just wanted to share it in this space because it's a visual with it also.
Yeah.
But man, I know this. Right now, I'm working to be able to create content consistently. I know you talked about this in a previous video.
Yep.
But rather than investing $1,000 in one single video that'll have its value, but to be able to create a system that can continue creating content.
Absolutely.
So that's where my focus has been on. You know.
Yeah, I love it, bro. I love it. That's a great way to look at it. But yeah, great job, man. The whole concept is cool.
Yeah, 100, man. Bless it up, man. It's good to be here. I'm gonna hang out and check out other people's music too, man.
All right, brother.
So appreciate it.
There we go. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. Let's see who is in the chat that has something submitted. I'm going to scroll up. All right, we did Neems, Rome. Is Prodigal here? Prodigal is here. Prodigal and is Prodigal cutting Abel's hair? Is that what's happening? That is incredible. All right, let me pin you up. Y'all want me to come back to y'all? Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. You want me to come back to y'all? Y'all good?
Yo, we here.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. We got North Philly in the building. Song I shared with the Patreon community a while back. I just dropped the picture for it. All right, cool. Yeah, keep yourself muted for now, and then we'll have you unmuted.
Copy that.
Yo, this man got the most epic beard ever, bro. Hold on, look at the profile joint. This is what you call a beard. This make me feel like like I'm not even a man when you see this man's beard. Look how far. First of all, the transition here is fire. This man's beard goes to the back of his neck, bro. This joint is amazing. We gotta just stop and acknowledge Prodigal's beard, because that's a beard. I don't know what I'm doing. I might as well have a 2 o'clock shadow when you compare it to this, and the way it's all lined up, and goodness gracious. All right.
Prodigal. Truth music.
I swear, all dudes from Philly's got the illest beard.
If you don't know, now you know. Radio City Ocean. So much blood in the street, it's another of the ocean. We just need to save it right now. We just need to save it right now. Radio City Ocean. So much blood in the street, it's another of the ocean. We just need to save it right now. We just need to save it right now. All praises to the Rock of Ages, brought me out the mire. Proclaiming his greatness, I'll never get tired. Sufficient as grace is to make me blameless. As plain as Jane is, I've been tamed by the lion. I drew to tell the shooter that shooting up, put the Rugers down. Hallelujah, Yeshua, the big kahuna got the crown. No Buddha Bible bazooka, I shoot the Judas down. I made Christ my story, spreading her story, a glory obligatory. It's sharper than a Ginsu. Flow so cold that my house can build an igloo. Grab a tissue, let's address the issue. You wanna hit the streets with the 2 boy? On the corner, bum like a rude boy. Hit the books to be a schoolboy. Or the reapers come and get you till you're to a do boy. Bow. Rangers in the ocean. So much blood in the street, it's another for the ocean. We just need to save it right now. We just need to save it right now. Rangers in the ocean. So much blood in the street, it's another for the ocean. We just need to save it right now. We just need to save it right now. People in so much pain, so they wanna drink a potion. Going crazy when they moving, so they call it locomotion. Life is imploding, Christ is the answer, I flow like the ocean. Ride a tsunami, it's smoother than ocean. I ain't hiding from the harvest, this is many. I'ma go the hardest for my family. Christ the only option, ain't no plan B. When the devil's left to me, I'm gonna dash him. I wish I would be a candle on the mountain, take the darkness out the hood. I think I can, like the engine that could, guzzling water out the fountain, gave his life from the wood. I put my city on my back like a backpack, speaking God's truth, never lack facts. The world is dying, people's hearts are frozen. Christ shedding tears for us, it's like rangers in the ocean. Rangers in the ocean, so much blood in the street, it's another for the ocean. We just need to save it right now. We just need to save it right now. Rangers in the ocean, so much blood in the street, it's another for the ocean. We just need to save it right now. We just need to save it right now.
Yo, this joint is dope, bro. I freaking love it. Shout out to you for those J's are fire. The beard is fire. Top to bottom is fire. The only thing I wasn't the biggest fan of, I felt like your vocals were just a little too hot and kind of on top of the beat with the effect. It's like you guys cut out a lot of the lows, which I think is cool, but I feel like the vocals could have been a bit more, maybe a decibel or 2 more quiet and tucked. But other than that, I think this joint is really good, man. I think this video is really dope.
Word.
Yeah, man. I just subscribed to your YouTube too, so shout out to you.
Oh man, that's love, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Good stuff, bro. I like it, top to bottom though. You gotta tell us what juices and berries you put in your beard to make it that thick and full. What's up, Abel? Did you submit something today?
No, unfortunately I didn't.
Boo.
Again, it's not too late, right?
Nah, it's never too late, champ.
Yeah.
Never too late.
I know. I did a challenge today. I did Andy's challenge. So
okay. Heck yeah.
Yo, he flamed that joint.
Yeah? As he should.
Yeah.
As he should. So y'all both in North Philly?
Yeah. We both from Philly. Bro, we both live in Philly.
Right.
Yeah. Word up, man. Dope stuff, bro. Love it.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Prodigal, North Philly in the building. Make sure y'all check him out. His YouTube is Proddy the Prodigal. Peace out, guys. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. Let's see. Make sure we're not skipping anybody. Yeah, that was hard, right? That joint was crazy. Let's scroll up. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. All right, Wesley is not here yet. We already did bats. We did memes. Who has themselves unmuted? You got the weird feedback. Oh, that's you. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you, champ. You got a weird buzz. I don't know if that's your mic or your interface. There we go. Nice and crisp. Randy is not here. Sofini is not here. Cutright was here. There he is. Cutright is here. All right, wrote this back in June. Just got around to recording it this week. Probably one of the realest songs I've written this year. Okay. Let's go. My man Cutright.
Black lives matter, do that. All lives matter, do that. Always seek its war over online chatter. Shooting up our opinions where the other side gathers. When the truth is the weapon, I make all lies shatter. But what is the truth? And why is it nerve touching? Because it's relative, but we treat it like they're cousins. All I talking is blunt like who trying to burn something. With all these righteous teachings, you think we will learn something like loving your neighbor. That one from the Savior. The second he gave us, how to two with the greatest. Or bearing each other's burdens and weeping with those who weep. This awakening and feel rule, cause too many would rather sleep deep in America's dreams. Over the terrible scenes, all of the deafening screams. From those who caught in between the crossfire. From the guns drawn in the front lawn. Too many broken hearted, all because we love
we need you now more than never before. Lord, we need you now. There's too many casualties in the spiritual war. Too many are dying. So I'm crying out to you, cause I can't take anymore. Lord, we need you now more than ever before. Lord, we need you now.
Where do we start when it's a matter for the heart? We're picking the side course cause everything is a la carte. One body, many members, but some will revoke your card. You don't see it how they see it, then you ain't a child of God, and that's fraud. When the issue at hand is really empathy, but the saints of God low in sympathy. Low violins in a symphony. Rather thrift shop for used clothes than a join Burger King and the infantry. Cause if it ain't a skin thing, but a sin thing, why not join the fight to stop it out so we can end things? Addressing the issue is the first step to mend things. Gotta stop acting like privilege is a pretend thing. No condemnation in Christ, only correction. Address any out with your brother if you confessing. If the church won't move toward reconciliation, then what hope is there for the nation?
Lord, we need you now more than ever before. Lord, we need you now. There's too many casualties in the spiritual war. Too many are dying. So I'm crying out to you, cause I can't take anymore. No. Lord, we need you now more than ever before. Lord, we need you now. Lord, we need you now. Lord, we need you now.
Is that you singing on that mug too?
Oh yeah, bro. Yo, you ain't, bro. Yo, you skipped the. I'm about to give him a check, bro. Hold on, bro. Wait, right there. Hold up, bro. Press play again. Press play again.
It's a social disorder. It's a spiritual disease. And instead of just talking about it and trying to counsel our ways out of it, why couldn't we stand on 2 feet right in front of the Lord of the Commander of the armies and say, we curse you in the name of Jesus. We speak the name of Jesus. We walls to counsel our ways and realize this great.
Yeah, take it back, right there, the Pentecostal side of the road.
Why couldn't we as the
right
church?
there.
I got you. That's what's up, man. Very cool. Yeah, I like it. I think it's dope. I think something I was thinking about today. Somebody was talking about this. I'll try to remember to drop the video in the chat. And somebody was like, hold on, let me find it. It was a really good video. It was a really good TED Talk, and it was talking about this idea of empathy. And the idea of empathy to push people to some degree of reconciliation in a divided America, right? And what I appreciate about this is that it's empathetic, but not in the sense it's not empathetic in the sense of like, yo, have empathy for the victim in the situation. It's empathetic in the sense that you're actually willing to speak to somebody and explain your point of view in an empathetic way that may disagree with you, but you're trying to communicate these ideas in a way. And that is the other side of empathy, right? Like, how do you speak in an empathetic way to your enemy so that they understand you, to the person that discards you so that they understand you? I think there's a lot of value and power in that. I think that's a lost art. So yeah, man, kudos to you, bro. I think this joint is really dope, and it echoed some of the stuff I was thinking about earlier today. You know what I mean?
Right, appreciate it, man. I actually voted for two of my very close brothers. You know what I'm saying? They on different sides of this whole argument. Hey, man. And as soon as George Floyd happened, they went to war. Like, they went to war on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And it was, I mean, and Cass was like chiming in and hitting me up. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to both of them, like trying to, you know what I'm saying, compel each of them, like, yo, listen. I said, it's understanding. You know what I'm saying? You can be heard. You know what I'm saying? But you don't got to sling mud. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm talking about brothers that had 15, 20-year relationships destroyed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying, one brother black, so one brother white, you know what I'm saying, one brother, you know what I'm saying, is for Trump, one is for Biden. And it's I mean, it's a whole different thing, man. I've been really trying to mediate the whole situation and rebuild the relationships. And you know, and God has been faithful. I even talked to a brother on the way. I'm just coming back from Florida, and I'm talking to one of the brothers on the way here, man. And we talked and we prayed, and the Lord had broke some things on him, man, and he has peace in his heart now. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm just thankful for what this song has spawned out. I shared it with both of them this week.
Dope.
And you know what I'm saying, and it really impacted both of them. So I'm praying that it be exciting for many believers out there. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And non-believers too. So,
that's big, bro. That's the homie cut right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I love it, man. Yeah, think about that concept of empathy, man. Do you want people to have empathy for your point of view, but do you have empathy for their point of view, and maybe empathetic why they have the blind spots they do? Because it's real easy to demand empathy. Well, you should feel my pain, but you may not understand their paradigm on the world. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I'm politically agnostic. I find myself in the middle of a lot of these conversations. You know what I mean? And it's just an interesting place to be in. Just a really interesting place to be in. All right, we're gonna go to the homegirl Sofini. Unreleased song I'm in the process of doing, haven't decided. Okay, so she said play the first 60 seconds.
We talking about the white man, no. Not another song about the white man. We talking about the white man, no. All you do is talk about the white man. We talking about the white man, no. Not another song about the white man. We talking about the white man, no. All you do is talk about the white man.
Yo, did you produce this as well? You're muted. You gotta unmute yourself.
The beat is not my beat.
Okay.
But I just did the lyrics, and then of course I did the sound engineering.
Got it. Yeah, I think one, I like the beat selection. Two, I like the concept. And three, I think this needs to be re-recorded on a different microphone, like the microphone on here or whatever mic you're using. I think you really gotta figure out a way. Even if you get like a $100 microphone, you're definitely gonna need to step up your microphone, because it's all this stuff kind of like, it just sounds very. It's a combination of your microphone and the acoustics in your room. I think all need to just completely be revamped, because it's a cool idea just with a very limited set of executables, like things at your disposal. So that could either be $100 microphone, that could be putting up some panels and recording it on an iPhone and trying to figure out how to make a way to make that work. But it just sounds like you're in a really poorly acoustically treated room with a really cheap microphone, which is, I think, going to hurt your output and your quality. So one of those two things, ideally both of those two things, need to be replaced, whether you get like a version of the Chaotica Eyeball that's cheaper and you get just like $100 microphone, and I think you'll start seeing the quality jump. And I think once you see the quality jump, you'll actually want to create more, and the more you create, the better it'll get. So good submission. Like I said, like the concept. I'll send you some mic recommendations too here in a second in the chat, Sofini. So just hang with me. I got to look up the mic that Paul's been using. My artist Paul Russell has a really affordable mic that he's been using that sounds incredible. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving. We got.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nick, are you Nick 95 and Nick Brown is the same person? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to you here.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
In the beginning, I thought I had it all cause I had it planned out. According to my mental that I was the man now. Climbing to the top and no planning to stand down. I don't need a Grammy to pop on the gram now. Religion come in handy, I polish your handouts. Turn it into talent, it's all in his hands now. Running to the mountain, go see who I tell now. You can never trap me, I've been broken and bailed down. Ain't no King Kunta, no Buddhas to amaze me. Dropping knowledge like crazy on a daily. Put it in the 8D, no tripping out, this is real, yeah, Jehovah save me. From self-destruction, the enemy be waiting. I don't want beef, got straight Chevrolet me. Come take me, so they can't change me. Just in case, please remember who made me before you engage me. How can I lose? But God on my side, how can I lose? How can I lose? But God on my side, how can I lose? How can I lose? But God on my side, how can I lose? I can only win with him, I just don't know what else to do. How can I lose? But God on my side, how can I lose? How can I lose? But God on my side, how can I lose?
Let's go.
How can I lose? But God on my side, how can I lose? I can only win with him, I just don't know what else to do. People hating, I never going crazy. Boy, you know you're crazy. You think about your baby. You were shady, cause you're the lady. Take it back what made me. People hating, I never relating. Me never demonstrating. Optimistic, just pessimistic. Trap me, I've been broken and bailed out. I need a Grammy to pop on the gram now. Religion come in handy, I polish your handouts. Turn it into talent, it's all in his hands now.
All right, yo. So love the beat, like the concept, even like how you got the title branded HCIL. How can I lose? I think that's really cool. So the main thing on this is your delivery just sounds super rushed. The cadences you're hitting are fire. The lyrics are cool, but your delivery just sounds like you're trying to one-take this thing, and there's not enough time for you to say all the words clear.
Gotcha.
And it just sounds like you're literally like, because you're not opening your mouth, so a lot of the words are very slurry. Like it's almost mumbly at times.
Tell now you can never trap me. I've been broken and bailed down.
You can never trap me. You can never trap me. You gotta open your mouth, and you're only gonna be able to open your mouth for so long, which means you're gonna have to punch a lot, like every 2 to 4 bars.
That's something I had to deal with for that song. That was actually a single for my first EP, because on my first EP I ended up using like a lower budget studio. So their microphone, their tech, and everything just sounds like a little bit more muffled. It's not the same quality or whatever.
I'm saying I think you gotta punch a lot.
Yeah,
like,
no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So outside of the quality, I mean, the quality is whatever. Like, it's not the best quality, but even with not good quality, you could still get a good performance take out of it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Especially with technology now. I mean, good performance take, good mix. But yeah, so what I would recommend, and I recommend this to everybody, is I do recommend getting your own microphone and your own your basic setup interface microphone, or maybe even a USB mic, so you could at least get in the groove of consistently recording your own vocals. And that's going to give you that time to really make sure every single word is clear and is clean. But I like this vibe. I just think, you just really got to make sure you approach it with like intense. And this is why I don't do music like this, by the way, because I don't have the patience to sit here and go over every single bar. And I just don't like that. I don't like it. But you can do if you sound good doing it. Like you got the right tone for it, you got the right energy for it. But I do feel like it's one of those things where you're gonna have to, if you want to do this, you got to really slow it down and hit those syllables really clean. And the best way to do that is to have your own. I mean, it's 2020. Like everybody should have their own setup if you're trying to be an artist in 2020. In my opinion, like the days of going to the studio, it's just not going to be efficient for where everything is going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I was just gonna say, actually got an album coming out in November, and I know you're saying don't use studio, but I had for this I actually had to. And the quality is it's kind of flipped only because I was actually able to go in with the engineer and with the producer and kind of move around everything the way I needed it to and do all the takes I need to run through.
Dope. Heck yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing that, man. Please do submit something from that.
Yeah, for sure.
Good stuff, Nick. Appreciate you, man.
Likewise,
that's Nick 95, guys. Nick 95. Where are you based out of, Nick?
Miami.
Miami, Florida, man. That's Miami. Y'all got everything open in Miami. In Florida, got the Disneyland open. It's like COVID is done down there. I freaking love it.
It's crazy. I actually just went to Disney World like a week or two ago.
God bless you, bro. God bless you. All right, let's keep it moving. We got the homie Wayne Classic in this mug. Let's go. Here's an instrumental I produced. I formatted it to be shorter for Family Friday, so the changes every 4 bars may seem a bit unnatural. The original fits the normal song structure. Got it. Okay. Wayne Classic been on fire lately. And we got a really good video with him asking a question about production that I think is doing fairly well. Although the producer community probably hates me, but he asked an amazing question. All right, here we go. Yo, where were you at last time? Your setup last time looked crazy. Was that in your studio?
Yeah, it was in my studio.
And you're not in your studio right now?
I'm not, no.
All right, word up.
Would you like me to go to my studio? We could do this.
I mean, it just looks great on camera. That's all.
I can do it. Yeah, if you want to come back.
Are you at the house or you at
I'm at
work?
the house.
Okay. Bro, this is nuts. Bro, that's really good. First of all, I know you're like, yo, I formatted this specifically for Fan Love Friday, but I love the format on this. You know what I'm saying? So this is like one of those records like you get like a Foggy Raw on this. He could do a lot with a beat like this, in my opinion. So it's like it's slow, but it's fast. You know what I'm saying? And it got a good like bounce to it. The instrumentation is interesting. The vocal chops, the breakdowns. I like this format, to be honest with you. You know, I don't know how an artist would necessarily do it, but like this could be a really, really dope record. So I really like it, bro. Yeah, just the swing of everything. Sounds like I literally can't think of a negative thing to say about this. I think top to bottom, this joint's fire.
How's the kicks on this one?
Much better. Much better. Everything is better. This one part sounds a little weird when it's just the 808. I think I'm so used to hearing your kicks with your 808. So this part, like that feels a little weird. It almost feels like the kick has a reverb on it. So that was just like that threw me off a hair.
Okay.
But then when this comes back in, that's hard. And by the way, so when we talked about like you building your own audience as a producer and building your own monthly listeners on Spotify, your own followers, this is the kind of stuff that I think could really go. These shorter instrumentals, a lot of change ups, like really cool stuff. Because this is stuff that like Sean in the live chat, he said, bro, I would just listen to this by itself. Like that empowers you a lot, right? And so have you heard of the producer Stolen Drums?
Actually, no, I haven't.
Okay, let me see if I can pull him up real quick. So this is check him out on Instagram. We're just gonna pull him up. So this dude's name is Stolen Drums, right? And he is I think he's from Atlanta. I met him at A3C. I've been meaning to interview him. I probably should circle back. I think I got his phone number. So this is a producer, 53,000 Instagram followers, right? And he drops these little really cool aesthetic videos where he's just like, it's just him cooking. Let me see if I can get the audio on. What the heck? Why won't this play? Anyway, it's just him cooking. Like, it's just him playing his beats, vibing out to him. The aesthetic looks crazy. And it's just the same thing. So he has an infinite amount of social media content, right? He does podcasts sometimes. I think this is a podcast episode he was on. Yeah, I guess he launched a podcast. He does tutorials. And so here's the amazing part. And this is where I could see you going, Wayne Classic. It's a longer route, right? It's a longer route. But check this out. So if we pull up his Spotify, right? We just go to Spotify, punch in Stolen Drums. Where are you based out of, Wayne Classic?
Phoenix.
Okay, that's right. West Coast. I always forget. All right, so let's go to Stolen Drums on Spotify. And it's just one example. There's a ton of producers already doing this, right? So if we go here, boom, 16,000 monthly listeners, right? He has several beats that have millions of plays, right? And he has 7,000 followers, 7,500 followers, right? If I were you, if I was a producer in 2020, period, this is what I would be going after. Is this degree of professionalism in his platform, how ill his Instagram looks. I mean, and it's not like these are hard to make. He's literally making a beat and playing it and just vibing. Like, so these are, he could pump these out, you know, we get a cool background, some decent lighting there, right? He used to like chop and play the beats like manually, like show the creation process. He doesn't really do that. And I guess he started a podcast, right? Super cool dude, great aesthetic. But I feel like this is the future of production, in my opinion. I feel like this is going to be where everything goes. There's a guy who can make fire beats, so he's getting DistroKid money, he's getting Spotify money, he's getting Apple Music money, right? And he has some type of podcast, so I'm assuming there's some YouTube revenue. Let's see if he has a YouTube page so I can subscribe to it. Let's go here. Okay, so I guess he has Sidechain Society. So he has his own community, right? He has his own community called Sidechain Society. And let's see if he has an actual YouTube page, because I'm actually really curious. So this is the kind of stuff that I feel like you could do, bro, that I think would smash. Yeah, boom. And he has his own YouTube channel with almost 10,000 subscribers. So I need to reach out to this dude and get him to get an interview with him, because I really feel like this is the production. This is the future of production, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't mean he doesn't produce for artists anymore. It just means that his bread and butter is his brand. It's not, I'm trying to get a placement, I'm trying to get on, I'm hoping I meet somebody that could put me in the studio with my favorite artist. No, I'm building so much equity and so much quality content that I will make it. And if I don't ever work with another artist again, I'm going to feed myself off this art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's where I feel like you are unique enough, and your stuff, and because lo-fi is so booming that all you got to do is just a variation of lo-fi. You know what I'm saying? And just start putting lo-fi in the titles. You know what I mean? Put stuff that's trending or that people are thinking about in the titles of your beats. You know what I mean? And literally just drop beat tapes on Spotify. And you can still sell those on BeatStars, or you can still sell those, like, right? You can still lease those out. That's the kind of stuff I would be thinking about if I'm a producer in 2020.
That's good. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And you got it, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, you have all that. You have a great looking studio. you're a good looking dude, so it's not like you like this crazy looking sloppy dude that nobody wants to look at. You know what I mean? Like you make fire beats, and I'm sure you could figure out how to use a camera, considering you've built a super dope studio and it aesthetically looks great on camera. You know what I mean? Are you on an iPhone right now, or are you on a DSLR?
I'm on the iPhone. Every time I've been on here, I've been on the iPhone.
And your iPhone stuff looks great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's what I be thinking about, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Wayne Classic, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's see who is in the chat with us. Hey, if you're watching this live, do give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. We are smashing through these submissions tonight, and I'm not even trying. I'm just kind of going with the flow. I do gotta pee if I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Speaking of the future of production, I want to bring in the homie Jude, who initially started as just a producer, and after I had to press him multiple times to become an artist, he became an artist. He became an artist producer, and then he just became an artist. Now he's like the next Biebs. And he's the tallest producer I know, by the way. Yo, can you turn your camera sideways real quick, and then tell people about real quick as I go pee. Tell people about your environment, because your studio is dope. It looks amazing on camera. I'm gonna try to make.
Appreciate it. Yeah, just tell them how I did all this, or.
Sure. Just hold on. Let me make you a little bigger so people can see your spot. Give me 1 sec. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted a place where I could literally just create anywhere. I think if anyone's Toby Nwigwe is very, very good at that. He's very good at, he basically found something that works and basically can now continually, he has a studio where he continually doesn't have to go somewhere, doesn't have to go anywhere to shoot videos. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, which is I can shoot pretty much anything in my room now. So for like these LEDs were like $30, these lights were like not too much at all. I don't even know, like very cheap. All of this was like it was more time consuming than anything. Just setting something up like this where you can have some sort of backdrop, something cool that would catch people's eyes. That's what I wanted, so I didn't always have to leave and go somewhere and shoot a video. But yeah, also like Ruslan said, I was a producer. I turned into an artist off of a bet. I started recording my own vocals like 4 months ago, which I was also a dude that would always be like, nah, like that's never gonna be me. I will never ever sing like it was my mindset for so long, just because like even when I tried to sing, I would get roasted by my friends. But it's literally like, I think singing is like it's like very overthought. A lot of people don't really like realize like how easily it can be practiced and worked, and you just have to learn, have an ear for it, and just keep going at it. And it's all about consistency. It's like literally anything else. Singing is literally just about learning how to, and like what sounds good, what doesn't sound good with your voice. But yeah, I think I don't know. I think that's about it though.
Word up, man. I don't know. I have no idea what you said. You could have told him.
Yeah.
You could have told him, "Hail Satan," for all I know. I was too busy. That was a joke, guys. Somebody's gonna take that totally out of context, and that was a total joke. Okay. I trust Jude. I know Jude in real life.
Yep.
What do you think of making music on an iPad? Whatever you can make music on. I know people that produce on an iPad. I think you should totally make music on an iPad. How do I find this to listen to this beat? Which beat are we talking about? Are you talking about Wayne Classic? I don't know. Just look up Wayne Classic with a K. All right, cool. Let's get into this. Yeah, man, you got one of the dopest. Now, is this your basement, or is this your bedroom? What are we looking at?
Yeah, this is literally here. I don't think I've ever done this. Let me show you this real quick.
Please do.
So this right here is my bed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a tall ceiling, and so literally we just built like this platform, put my bed up here, and like created a studio down here.
Bro, you know what's so crazy? It's just you just got up, right? That mug, your room looks way bigger on camera than when you actually stand up. It looks mad small,
does,
right?
It's like this is the rest of my room, bro.
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
people say the same thing like when they come in the studio.
Yeah.
It looks super deep, but it's not. So it's just crazy how stuff looks on camera. Like when you stood up, then it made sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. All right, let's check this out. I'm really excited. Is this the video you shot here in San Diego?
No. This is a live video that I shot in July. Because I knew I was gonna be dropping this, so I performed it live.
Okay.
So we kind of just like, this isn't the live like recorded audio. Just because I was like wasn't really prepared like enough. I hadn't had enough practice to really like be like confident enough to do that yet.
Sure.
But this we just chopped it up and to have a little visual for the song.
Yo, that's dope. Got some Hillsong Young and Free vibes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I like it.
Definitely the most churchy I've ever done.
How was the transition of singing live? Was it challenging, or were you able to route your auto tune to your mic?
Yeah, I routed my auto tune to my mic. When I watched it, cause I watched like the raw tape back. Definitely the first few lines, like it was such a mental block for like me to be doing it. Period. So it was like they weren't like terrible, but it was a little shaky. And then I got a little more comfortable as it went throughout my verse and then throughout the rest. But it's definitely vulnerable, bro. It's very vulnerable to be doing it for the first time in front of that many people as well. So,
man, good for you, bro. That's fire. Yeah. That's fire. Send me them beats though. What's up with them beats,
bro? I'm working on. I literally have you on my to-do list.
Hey, I made it to Jude's to-do list, guys. That's amazing. Bro, I need a hit. I need one of them hits, bro. You got some of them in your pocket.
Yeah, I literally I started on something a couple days ago that I really liked, but I've been working on a few different things to try to tie up all the everything. I took a social media marketing course to kind of learn more about that. So literally tonight, hopefully I'll be able to text that over to you.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
That's you, bro.
All right, guys. That's Jude. What's your Instagram? Tell people your Instagram so they can find you real quick.
It's actually Jude for president.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm probably gonna change it after the election, but I thought I had a shot.
I'm gonna write you in. I'm gonna go vote right in Jude for president.
Bro, write in. Let's go, Jude for president, bro.
Yo, yeah, just Jude for president, guys. Just Jude for president. Go follow him. His stuff's fire, man. All right, let's keep this thing moving. We got the homie Xavier Sorrow that just showed up. Xavier, do me a solid, turn on your camera, big dog. And I'm excited to hear your stuff as well. Me and Xavier Sorrow got a
If I let you go,
hey,
would you come back running into my arms?
Whoa, what happened to him? Hold on. He left. Xavier Sorrow. Hold on.
Hey.
Hold on. Did I pin myself? I think I pinned myself. Hold on. Hang tight. Why am I spotlighted? Okay, hold up. This is weird. Hang tight. Yeah, I'm trying to pin you up so they just see you, but you keep disappearing.
All good.
All right. Can you turn your? You think you turn your camera sideways for me?
Sideways?
Yes. Here we go. All right, boom. Yeah, you just you just fill the screen more when you're sideways. By the way, that's it.
Huh?
You fill the screen up. You fill the whole screen up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Would you come back running into my arms? Gotta let you know. Thought of losing you was tearing me apart. I can't let you go, 'cause I can't live without my heart. I want you to know, baby, you're my everything. We could've been wedding rings. If I can be real right now, yeah, my system broke down. Ay, I try to fall in love, but I keep falling down. You say you won't fail me now. I keep swimming in my doubts. I need someone to pull me out. You found me just to keep me down, down, down. I've been down before. Say that I'm fine, but I'm looking for more. Could open my heart and restore my whole core. Girl, I don't wanna be damaged no more. Tell me right now, hey. I'm not trying to be proud, yeah. I just wanna see if you down, 'cause I don't know right now. If I let you go, would you come back running into my arms? Gotta let you know. Thought of losing you was tearing me apart. I can't let you go, 'cause I can't live without my heart. I want you to know, baby, you're my everything. We could've been wedding rings. Say you wanna go, I can't hold you back even if I wanted to. Don't break my heart. Give my heart a break before you tear it apart, yeah. I try to hit you up on the phone, babe. I try to let you go in your own way. Don't know what you want, my love. Don't know what you want from me, ayy. Blow up, but I feel so low. Can't keep going down that road. If you love me, let me know. If you don't, just let me go. Would you come back running into my arms? Gotta let you know. Thought of losing you was tearing me apart. I can't let you go, 'cause I can't live without my heart. I want you to know, baby, you're my everything. We could've been wedding rings.
Yo, I love it. I love it. It's freaking dope. So you posted something on Instagram, and you talked about how you were trying to be a rapper and it wasn't working, but then you discovered that you're actually a singer. Can you just kind of just tell that backstory a little bit?
Yeah, so I mean, over the last like 2 years, I've been working with Chuck and Jared from Architect. And so we've been like just working on trying to figure out what the sound was. and we made so many tracks, and a lot of them are submitted to you to kind of like get some critiques and get some ideas, sent it around to a lot of people. And I was growing my fan base doing that all, but I realized just more and more that I was getting into that niche of like CHH and stuff like that, and making Christian hip hop. I just wasn't happy making the songs, and it kind of showed. Like I was getting lazy in like some of the recordings, and just the process of making all those songs. And I felt more and more like I was trying to serve this artist versus like really doing the stuff I wanted to do. And so for me, somewhere around last year, kind of made this switch of just like, you know what, let me just write the stuff that I really want to do. And so I started writing over, loops of pianos and stuff like that versus beats. And I was writing things completely different. And then we collectively with the group that I do music with, we were just like, yeah, well, this makes so much more sense. Let's make music like this. And so we just started making demos and demos and demos. And so pretty much during like all quarantine, we just been working on like hits and singles and a bunch of stuff, really trying to find the sound.
So it wasn't the thing that you thought it was initially, but it led to the thing, which is you found your voice more as like a singer. And I don't know, what would you call this? Is kind of like alternative pop, or how would you describe the genre?
It's definitely pop, but I still got, that hip hop swing in there with the production. And so really just, I love hip hop. That will never leave. But I realized, my voice is just not as good as a rapper, but it's so much better doing the singing stuff. And so I'm like, I love that anyway. So if I can incorporate the genres and styles that I love, but really nail what I do, it's just so much more fun.
I love it, man. And I think that's where a lot of people in this journey of being a creative is that sometimes we think we have a very linear path of how our music career, how our businesses are going to go. It's going to go this way, and I'm going to get here, and I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to be successful. Then I'm going to be, you know what I mean? And what you realize is it's never like linear. It's like here, and then here, and then you go over here, and you do this thing, and you come back here, and then it clicks. And so I feel like I love that this is clicking for you. More importantly, I love that you're being vulnerable about it, and you're telling the story. Was it hard for you to come to that place of that realization of like, being a rapper is not for me, this is what's for me?
Yeah, it was difficult. I mean, it was the process of switching over wasn't quick. It was definitely it definitely took a year. But like even still now, I'm still like discovering my sound and discovering what I can do vocally, and even what I like. And so just understanding myself, even more than an artist. Like even just like last year, I've just been getting in my word a lot more, really understanding my faith, and that brought a lot of clarity in my own personal life. So it translated over into the music. And once that happened, I was just like, I know exactly what I want to do. And for me, it's more than just getting on a playlist or getting discovered. Like, that's not my goal. My goal isn't to, be a huge success or whatever and like on radio and everything. More so, I really care about the people I want to serve. And for me, it's really just serving that fan base of people who love pop music but don't have a good alternative or a good basis to go off of, because a lot of times it leans like very CCM, and so I just wanted to make that type of music because I saw that there was like a need for that.
That's dope, man. I feel like that's really cool. So it doesn't sound like there was this grieving process of you no longer being a rapper, that it was a fairly seamless transition for you. You're muted. You just muted yourself, Xavier.
Yeah, honestly, it was like a lot more freeing at that moment. Like I was able to write the stuff that I really wanted to.
What was that real? How did you get to that revelation? Because there's a lot of folks, I don't say a lot of folks, but there's some folks that relate to it that are like, we used to say, you're on the right bus, but in the wrong seat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Honestly,
you were on the right bus, headed the right direction. You were just in the wrong seat. You were in the rapper seat, and all you had to do was go get up, get in a different row, and now you kind of found your sweet spot more.
Right. I don't even, to be honest, I wish I had like the perfect answer, but really it's just I had a good team around me. Like in Arizona, I have a lot of people that just are honest with me. They're honest when something's like bad or not good, or it's just like, you know, you could do better if you did something else. And so it was hard truths that I had to learn, but because they were close, like it was just easy to stomach.
I love it, man. That's dope. That's dope. Thank you for sharing that, man. I think there's so much there. Outside of the record being fire, which it is, by the way. Like I really like the record. I'm fond of the Architect guys. I think they're super cool kids, but I just feel like that story is something that's very it's so frequent, but it's seldom talked about, where someone goes through a part of like, okay, I'm gonna lay this thing down at the altar and I'm okay with losing it, however God always resurrects it in some weird way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, it's so good.
Word up, man. Well, good stuff, bro. That's Xavier Sorrow, ladies and gentlemen, former Christian rapper turned Christian pop singer. Freaking love it, man. All right, brother. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving, ladies and gentlemen. We got the homie Dirty Red, who I think... Dirty Red, is this a beat you cooked up for us? Or is this a rap? Because it sounds like the... Call it an instrumental. I've been meaning to work. Okay, you worked on an instrumental. Okay, I thought it was something else. Okay, let me give me a sec. Give me a sec here, champ. Hey, if you're watching this live, do us a favor. Give this video a quick thumbs up. Be much appreciated. All right.
Straight up flames, huh?
Howdy, folks. This one got that old western feel to it. But I mean, me isn't easy. Yeah. God got me trucking down this road. I'ma whip it up something like Tonka. We claim we don't want that smoke. I'm confused every list they tried out. Pharisees wanna try this never joke. I hear him still call us monster. No lie, but I know it's what I know. Check it. My sweat drip too sweet when I'm on her. God got me trucking down this road. I'ma whip it up something like Tonka. We claim we don't want that smoke. I'm confused every list they tried out. Pharisees wanna try this never joke. I hear him still call us monster. No lie, but I know it's what I know. My sweat drip too sweet. Too sweet. Sweat dripping when I'm on her. They joshing, straight hating. Funny, I gotta keep mobbing. Wisdom in the summer bring profit. Often I do feel like the prophet. I gotta be right where God calls me. The sun down, time to swim through the mosh pit. Like all they do, it ain't no other option. But no friend, I bet down too. Rejecting every call like it was private and not for me. Then I recognize God, you're the highest I tried. Just I know I can't be one. So I'm pushing for that shine up. They did my mouth lose different up to me now. I be starving to the people, even when they feel me evil. Cause you say I love him and your neighbor let go. God never trucking down this road.
Yo, Dirty Red, I think it's really cool that you consistently keep getting better as a writer. Your writing is getting better. The words you're rhyming are better. The multi-syllables, the content I think is always interesting. I think with this is just keep pressing into the practice, the daily practice of saying these words. Is just going to be the crucial part where you can kind of stay where you're at ability-wise, or you can break through and let the lyrics cut through more by just enunciating stuff more. And I know that's a longer process for you, but and you got a lot of things on your plate. But that would be the thing I would just keep pushing you back to, is like, bro, just spend a bit more time loosening up, delivering the words clear, saying the words perfect, even if it takes you longer and it's more of like a repeated thing you're doing all the time, freestyling around the way, that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, that'd be my feedback, bro. I like it though.
Alright, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, and I was.
Your mic sounds broken, or like you sound super far away.
Oh man.
Yeah. The beat is pretty cool. I would agree. I think the beat is you got a good ear for beats. You know what I mean? Like you got a really good ear for beats.
Alright, man, I appreciate it.
All right, brother. Good stuff. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. got the homie Emmanuel just hopped in the chat. We're going to go to him here in a second as soon as he starts up his camera. All right, here we go. Brand new Emmanuel. That vocal sample's crazy.
Talking about just love him, this right. Yeah. Be about family, family first. Talking about having a wife first. If you gon' have a baby first. If you gon' do some things like a man, be standing up like a man. Do it like talking about take care of them. Do it like can't be leaving them. Do it like talking about taking your responsibility. Don't be playing, man. I can't be on your team, no. Heck no, that's stupid, man. You a fool, so you say you a fool. So you gon' talk like a fool, dude. I can't be on no fool, too. I can't talk like fool. Who you be, I can't do that. Who you see, I won't do that. Don't blame me, I got your step. In my life, that's facts. How you gon' leave your daughter for the fool? How you gon' leave your daughter for the wolves? How you gon' do that to them too? I don't understand why you do that, man. You be wanting your life to be. I don't understand that, man. You made a responsibility to be. Take care of it, man. I don't understand, but I know. Not for the hate that, but you gotta go. Talking about love, motherfucker, yo. They play with a man, I just know. Cause I still, cause I won't, cause I gotta go. Get like he. Talking about motherfucker, love you, please.
Woo! That flip is crazy.
You doing in your life. If you gon' make a kid, take care of him. Talking about just love him, this right. Yeah. Be about family first. Talking about having a wife first. If you gon' have a baby first. If you gon' do some things like a man, be standing up like a man. Do it like talking about take care of them. Do it like can't be leaving them.
Yo, this is really dope. Okay, so a couple questions for you, bro. Where are you at with? Are you still recording outside?
I am, bro.
Where are you at with getting a Chaotica eyeball, or do you have a Chaotica eyeball?
Not yet. I haven't did that.
Okay. So something in this part, in this song.
Well, that song right there, I recorded in the car. I was actually at my grandfather's funeral this weekend.
Okay.
So I just basically took the studio with me.
There you go.
Recorded in the car.
How was it recording in the car comparing to recording on your patio?
I think I don't know if it's the air or I don't know. I can definitely tell that recording in the car was different from recording outside.
What mic are you using? Somebody asked what mic you were using.
Dang, what's the name of this? I'm using. Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
The production on this is probably my favorite beat from you, by the way.
AKG.
Yeah, the production on this is really cool. AKG what?
AKG P220. So.
AKG P220. Okay. Okay. So here's what I would recommend. One, from a writing standpoint, the content, I love the content. What you're talking about is dope. The production, my favorite beat from you, possibly ever. The hook, I felt like could have been more melodic. It sounds like you were very quiet in the way you recorded this, where I felt like you could have leaned into the melody a bit more. Let me pull it back. I'll show you what I mean.
Talking about having a wife, the kid take care of him. Talking about first, I don't care what. Family come first, I don't care what you do
doing in your life.
Finna come first, I don't care what you do in your life. Like, I think you could have sung that out. Instead, it sounds like you're talking it and the auto-tune is adding a melody to it. You know what I mean? So I feel like you talk, a lot of times when you go melodic, it sounds cool, but instead you kind of talk and the auto-tune is just kind of an effect. You know what I mean? So I feel like sing that out more. That's a cool melody. You know what I'm saying? Same cadence, same exact cadence, some exact words, but now we got a melody in our hands. So I think you gotta, and again, and I don't know if you're doing it because it's late and you got the kiddo, obviously, maybe you're trying to be quiet, but you gotta lean into the melodies on this stuff, and you have the ability to do them because I've heard you do them before. That would be my critique on this. Is like, this beat is so good, but you just kind of talked over it instead of really
a little dry.
Yeah, instead of going into the melodic side.
Okay, all right. Some more melodies. Can I go on top of that, maybe, or?
No, I think you just gotta sing that out, bro.
Okay.
You gotta sing that out.
We'll try that.
You know how to sing. You know how to sing, and you know how to use auto-tune. So don't be afraid to sing it out, and maybe find a time where it's not. If you're concerned about waking anybody up, maybe find a time where you aren't. You aren't.
Yeah, it was pretty late too.
Yeah.
It was late.
Yeah, so it sounds like I'm trying to get these vocals done.
Yeah,
gotta get these vocals done. Vocals done. Gotta get the vocals done. But that's okay though, because the thing is, here's the dope part. This just came out. It only has 22 views. You can go back and redo it. You can go back and re-record it. You know what I'm saying? You don't lose anything by doing another draft of it and re-uploading it. So okay. I would really consider that and lean into the melody side, because it seems like you have the dope ideas, you have you understand the technology side, but now you got to create an environment that's conducive for you to really flesh these ideas out and make them come to life, and not just kind of get them done because it's late and you just want to move on to the next thing. Stop trying to move on to the next thing. Finish a song, really finish a song. You know what I mean? And it's hard because you got to A&R yourself. You got to vocal produce yourself. You got to vocal coach yourself. There's a lot that goes into making these records. It's not just let me figure out the auto-tune and keep it pushing. You got to really master the entire process of fleshing this out, And so I just don't want you to feel like you're doing this with one arm tied behind your back, and then you're just going for volume. Well, let me just push out a song every week so I can submit something for Fan Love Friday. Like, no. Take this song and re-record it. And re-record it in a different environment. Re-record it when it's a Sunday afternoon and the family is not, they went out to the grocery store, and you can do it in the house. You know what I'm saying? And it really exhausts an idea out all the way to take it to the finish line. You know what I mean? Because it is about volume, but if the needle's not moving at the rate you want it to move, then you got to step back and say, well, maybe I go to at once a month, but really spend some time getting the record right. You know what I'm saying? And warm your voice up and go in for the melodic side.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna redo that. I'm gonna at least see how it sound first.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that. Yeah.
Word up, man. Good stuff, though. This has the potential of being really dope if you could nail that melody, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, up, and you got a point on the Fan Love Friday.
Yeah, man. You don't gotta have something every Friday if you're rushing through it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You should, if you can find time, work on stuff. But if you're trying to do this style of music, it's gonna be more melodic. It's gonna be more technology based, which means it's gonna be more time consuming for you. So you're not gonna just be able to just finish this and go to the next one until you really master the entire process, right? Bats. He's not doing a bunch of melodic stuff, right? So he could go from song to song, and so when you're in a different spot, you got to really master this melody thing. I think if you do that, it could be fire.
Okay, I bet. And I just took a COVID test, and I came back negative.
There we go. Very cool, man. All right, brother. Good stuff, man. It's Emmanuel LLT, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to refresh the... Refresh this joint. If you're watching this live, let me know where you're watching this from. We got a couple more submissions. Objective is to get home for bedtime, man. Because last week I went super late. I went to like 10 o'clock last week. I can't do that tonight. So we're going to power through these. Now we're going to power through these. Izzy Baby from Vancouver, Washington. Shout out to you. All right, we got Wesley Henderson.
What makes you feel protected?
Super. Every move he makes.
Fight for you. Give my life for you. Let me fight for you. Give my life for you.
You are a queen and I am a king, you know what that means.
Let me fight for you.
You need, I sacrifice me, take one for the team.
Give my life for you.
Not alone, we know that you strong, but they got it wrong.
Let me fight for you.
Taking the throne, I'm locked in my zone, they come in my home.
Give my life for you. Too many worries to be worried about police. I've been contemplating shit I own be complete. Barricaded, better beat the disease, and I bear a burden of a secret repeat. If you disrespect, then expect to unleash. A bit obsessed with the old lady flower, the power to put the pep in them black nails, turn a black seed to a flower. Listen is literally overlooked. I hear you is literally overcooked. Awaiting the moment we asking how. Humility feel like a superpower. Put a million man and I'm so indebted. Put a million your hand and some extra credit. Cater to you cause it's destiny. Guess I'm gonna eat that celery. Let me fight for you.
Let me fight, let me fight.
Give my life for you.
Give my life, you know I die.
Let me fight for you.
Let me fight, let me fight.
Yo, I really like this beat. I like your verse. Something about the mix seems off to me, specifically in the hook. And I also don't recommend starting it with the long skit. I know it's, you know, I'm assuming that's your wife or someone like that talking on it, but that will be my two feedbacks, is like get the mix a little cleaner, and then also do a better mix on the vocals, or maybe even a different take of making it more melodic. Let me fight for you, something like that. I'm not a singer, by the way. All right, how am I doing this? I'm doing this via YouTube, and I have 2 computers, and I have a Zoom call going with some of the folks that are in the Patreon community. They're submitting music there, and I'm reacting to it. I'm reviewing it. All right, T. Hopefully that answered your question. I don't know what you mean, how am I doing this? All right, we got Randy Bazaar.
Grizzly Beats Productions.
Working hard just to make it off a dangerous block. We share a different. Life is like a paradox. I see a struggle. We share a different plot. Working hard just to make it off a dangerous block. The desperation to succeed make you sell a rock. Born in the school of the hard knocks. Never had a stable home, always moving in and out of spots. In foster care as a baby, I was confused. My biological moms are the ones you choose. You lose if you think that you can judge them. I love my mother just because she raised me when we had nothing. My dad was gone and he was never home. Another woman on the side, mom was on her own. Come on, I bet you think you know my struggles, but you can't relate. You had 2 parents there to love you. So I had to love myself before I learned how to love somebody else. Been through hard times, yeah, I never lost my hope. I've been through hard times.
Yo, I like this beat. It's very nostalgic. I like the storytelling. I think your delivery sounds like you're reading yet again. A lot of readers today. Stop reading your raps. The cadences sound a bit dated. They sound like old school. Which is just a very like dated flow, on top of the fact that it's not you don't sound passionate in the way you're delivering. It's supposed to be a tearjerker. Like, I should be like, oh my gosh, the story's so heavy. I should, you know what I mean? And so I think you gotta approach it that way. Like, you gotta really create an emotional experience with the listener. That's gonna come from you not reading. That's gonna come from you punching. That's gonna come from you not doing your dubs where they're kind of sloppy like that, where your stacks are like slightly off. Those gotta be glued super tight. So I think idea is good, nostalgic vibe, but you really gotta approach it in a more modern way in terms of how you record this stuff. So thank you for your submission, Randy. Take this stuff and apply it next week. You know what I'm saying? Or re-record this. If you got your own setup, ideally you should re-record it. All right, we got the homie Israel Perez.
stop. Go ahead, press play, you know you can't stop. We've been through it all, you know we can't stop. And if God with me, you know I can't stop. The hood got plenty Zucos in need of an iron. Growing up, I wasn't so in need of a title. Now I'm grown and I see my art up on title. Inspiration clearly came from my life in the Bible. Now I see no difference between a friend and a rival. You thinking that you a beast, well homie, I'm a spiral. And I hate that violence, cause I grew up with it's already dying. My tombstone got a birth date and a hyphen. Don't be silly now, we can't stop. Go ahead, press play, you know we can't stop. We've been through it all, you know we can't stop. And if God with me, you know I can't stop. Don't be silly now, we can't stop. Go ahead, press play, you know you can't stop. We've been through it all, you know we can't stop. And if God with me, you know I can't stop. All eyes on me, how can I stop now? I went through the valley to be on top now. No point in hiding scars when they on your face. That's my testimony, why they left without a trace. I fought so many monsters, I could have became one. Jealousy taints your soul if you really let it. Doing anything just so I can feel respected. Meanwhile, I'm telling God I feel so defective.
Yo, so here's the deal. I really like this. I really like the production. I like the hook. I think the hook is really strong. I think where this loses me is you're using these very simple Drake cadences, but the bars aren't super punchy, and so you don't have the same charisma that a Drake has in his vocal and his delivery. It sounds like you're reading a bit, and it just doesn't seem congruent. You don't seem passionate, and so I feel like this needs either different cadences that are more interesting or a way more passionate delivery, or preferably both, because they're very like, I'm saying something deep with the next bar. I'm looking at the sky with a test star. Like, and it's like, yo, that cadence has just been done so many times, and it's not bad. It's just not great. Like, Drake does this great. Like, he's telling you these really vulnerable things about his thoughts and all this kind of stuff. But when you're doing it, it's cool, and it kind of reminds me of Joey Vantes a little bit. But I think the bars got to cut through, or the passion got to be there, or some different cadences. Switch that cadence up a bit, or all the above. You know what I'm saying? All the above. The chorus is dope, but like Kim Thomas said, you start losing it after the first chorus. I start tuning out. You kind of lose me. It gets a little boring. And I think you have the capacity of making this more interesting. It just seems like you're playing it too safe. And I think you got to step out of that. You got to get out of that, like, I'm just trying to do something safe, and give me your soul. Like, pour yourself into this, top to bottom, the cadence, the flow, the delivery, like everything, the content. You know, you got to be vulnerable and be your authentic self in your art, or it's just not going to cut through, in my opinion. And yeah, I just feel like you're holding back. I feel like you're holding back, and I don't know why, but I definitely feel like you're holding back. He dropped, okay, we got Big Gucci Dame. He dropped the second link. Here we go.
I got dreams, I'm a big boy. Holy Spirit dripping down, making big noise. We gon' ride out to the city, buy some big toys. Love is what you really make it, so we move forward. Mama, I got dreams, I'm a big boy. Holy Spirit dripping down, making big noise. We gon' ride out to the city, buy some big toys. Love is what you really make it, so we move forward. Time is moving pretty fast like a skateboard. I see the old me is dead, lot to wait for. Decisions piled on my bed, gotta pray for. Walking to the clouds, I can see the eagle soar. I see all my old friends back from high school. They either drugged up or sipping on that cough juice. I always ask, man, what happened to the real you? They just say, man, that life just too cruel. Life can be rough, so hold it on. Don't stop now, keep holding on. Look up to the sky, he can save your soul. His love is never old. Mama, I got dreams, I'm a big boy. City by some big we move. When you old, you never stretch. Instead, you Lord, yeah.
Yo, this is cool. I like that you shot this video yourself. Obviously, I like this record. I like that you shot this video yourself. You were creative. Quick tip. If you're doing a record like this where it's just primary B-roll, slow motion is your best friend. 60 frames, 120 frames. On the iPhone, you can get a cool look, and just slowing it down will give you that vibe. And use a selfie stick. Use a selfie stick, look away from the camera. Try some different angles so that's a little bit more closer on you. You're walking through stuff, so on and so forth. And I think that'll instantly make this a bit more interesting, in my opinion. So I like it, but I think you could dig a little deeper, and I think you could work on the composition and your face being in the shots a bit more, in my opinion. All right, we got the homie Flow Up. No, this is not only for hip hop. We do all genres. We do all genres. Tonight we haven't had any like alternative stuff yet, but we usually do all genres. All right, here is the homie Flow Up.
Your word is right at my fingertips. I'm out of line, so I know that I need the script. Cause I be tripping on my part when I'm speaking it. Probably cause I lack the motivation for reading it. At times I feel like my wings are clipped, but in my pride I can say I don't need a lift. That's automatic, but my drive here needs to shift. Cause when I take a break from you, Lord, I seem to drift. Start thinking I need a sip, start thinking I need a split. Rude to my wife, telling her I don't need a lip. Woman, don't even trip, you fixing to make me flip. I know I wrote them vows, but maybe I need to dip. Life's a gift, I feel like I'm on a cliff. About the trip, losing grip in a slip. Conversation in my mind real heavy, plane stalling, but I'm trying to fly steady. Can anybody tell me where you're gonna fly to? When no wings are behind you, when nobody is beside you. Tell me who you're gonna cry to. Tell me who you're gonna cry to. I put my hope in the Lord. He's my strength and my sword in the spiritual war, baby. I put my trust in the Lord. He's my strength and my sword in the spiritual war.
Okay, so yo, I like the hook. I think the hook is cool. I think this is another one of those records that should be a tearjerker, and it just sounds like you're reading your raps, bro. This sounds like a draft, a demo version, and this needs to come back and be re-recorded. I think this is lacking passion in the verse big time. Joshua said he thinks he loves the passion. I don't think there's enough passion. I think you should be pouring yourself into this record, bro. Every fiber of your being, really making me believe you, because this just sounds like you're holding back. And again, I don't know if it was late. I don't know if you were reading your lyrics. I don't know if you were punching enough. It sounds like you probably didn't do any of the, it sounds like you were reading. It sounds like you don't know your lyrics that well, and you didn't punch that much. So I think you got to really go back and re-record these, man. Like, really pour yourself into it. You know what I'm saying? Really pour yourself into it. It sounds like you're holding back, and I just don't know if that's gonna. You got to connect emotionally with your audience. You know what I mean? All right, we got AJ. This is the first song that I released back in January. I've always had the idea to do a radio edit, remaster version of this track, changing certain elements, re-recording the vocals. If this was your track, and you were going to do an updated version of it, what would you change? I know you don't usually do this, but could you listen to the full thing? Probably not gonna listen to the full thing, champ, but I'll listen to a little bit of it.
You know, they asked me about my dreams, and I told them, man, I'm just trying to live out God's dream for my life. Let me talk to him. This is me learning how to deal. This is me coming off the heels. Caring too much about appeal to everybody else feelings. Feel so cold with it. Should I be bold with it or go quit it? I'm so in this unqualified. Got my perspective on an extra live. I just wanna hit them with that verse they ain't seen though. Go off every time they see me flow. Wanna hear well done when I see them though. Raise the stakes on the plate, yeah, season those. Gotta call in more than.
Alright, so first impression is I really don't like how those keys sound. I mean, it just sounds super cheesy, the sound selection.
Just ball in a fall in. I'm so all in, you can call me Paul. How I be.
The drums are pretty they're okay, but all in all, like the sound selection.
Buzzing after he make it sweet. See me in the streets, know I'm chasing God dreams. So please, you know, I was hip hop. Got lost in them, in that state on rhythm. Use rhythm to communicate. Battles our daily phase. Intricate war in my space, and it's in the Lord that I pray. Dancing is diligent, fighting for dreams. It's in the spirit, I get energy. I got some bros with me. Shout out to Lit and Nothing But Lig. I gotta get it, but honestly, none of the glory belongs to me.
That flip is dope. Here's what I would say. I would say I would re-record these again. I would back up from the microphone. I would punch every 2 to 4 bars. No reading. You don't sound super congruent on this. It's getting better, but I think this again still sounds like a demo version, and I would definitely swap out some of these sounds. These
stakes on the plate.
That boom sound is really bad, bro. If anything, just try throwing a low pass filter on it and cutting out all the high sounds. See how that feels. But this beat is really the part that the beat and the mix really makes this not good. You sound okay on this, but I feel like and I don't know, maybe you were really pouring yourself into it.
Yeah, season those. Got a call, man. More than just ball in a fall, man. I'm so all in. You can call me Paul, man. How I be, buzzing out to he, make it sweet.
Yeah, you just don't sound believable to me yet, bro. You just don't sound believable to me, and I feel like you might just need to re-record it. The raps are okay, but the actual delivery of it just sounds very, you know what I mean? And then the beat's bad. Like, the beat needs a whole nother work. You know what I mean? The beat needs a whole nother look. All right, we got the homie Mr. Big Faith. Hopefully this is something new. My man keeps it mean. Come on, Big Faith. I need something new.
Let the fresh air hit my dome. Take a whiff of the ruach, then I get in my zone. Then I get in my zone. Then I get in my zone. All praise be to God. I'm reppin' Yahweh till I'm gone. I'll stay how I'm taken care of. I was learning all these secrets the masses were not aware of. Wrestling Gen 3 2-4 cherub. I make one call without a phone. I'll buy King Priest phone home. Holy Ghost say a song, then a demon don't gone. Oh God, then a demon don't gone. We militant, got no fear. War with demons, no tears. God is with us, no fair. Please don't make us go there. Please don't make us go there. Don't make us. Let the fresh air hit. I'm reppin'. Well, if need, let the fresh air hit.
So this sounds like the song, J-Rock song with Kendrick on it. And Kendrick's doing the ad-libs, kind of has that vibe to it. Big Faith, dude, you got one of the dopest voices, man, that I've heard in a long time. But I really do feel like you got to lean into the consistency of you recording and being active on a regular, recording yourself all the time, not making the creation of your music a bigger thing than it has to be. And I feel like the more you create, the better you're gonna get. In a really short amount of time, I just don't know how much time you're spending on the actual music. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that if I were you, I would spend a little bit of time every single day learning the technology, learning to record yourself, learning all the ins and outs. If you do that, you're gonna grow really fast, bro. You're like that dude that just has like incredible genetics, and you just need a little stimulation to get you to the next place. But you think because you're naturally genetically gifted that you don't have to dig deep and put in the extra work. You know what I mean? So that would be my feedback, man. Put in the work, bro. I want to hear something new. I don't want to hear something from May. I really don't. I don't want to hear anything from May. I want to hear something from this week that you worked on, or from last week at least. All right, Jalen Westbrook.
Money that I worked for, soul that I searched for, both been saved. Boy, I won't pay. Money, yeah, I'm all for, but my soul's worth more, so I'm gonna always keep my faith. It really ain't no other way. I can't complain now that I'm young and saved, and I've been getting better with my age. Remember days when all I wanted was the fame.
Stressing my way to heaven like Led Zeppelin. Something to prove with nothing to lose. The younger me had an obsession with living forever. Gave my life to Christ as my form of the fountain of youth. New version like King James, except for the team change. The world still needs change. Obesity and bring change. Grateful for the moments that we made it through. Pain is preparation, your attitude is what ages you. Paid my dues, check my stats. London go pay for that. College I ain't pay for that. And fame I had a taste of that. And it was faith from jump. I knew one day I'd make enough to broadcast to my haters. They mistake me, bruh. I knew I made it up when I met who created love, and realized persecution is a product of my favorite blood. That's how you pave away your race and hate, replacing love. I think it's about time that we gave it up, because
money that
that I worked for, soul that I searched for, both been saved. Boy, I won't pay. Money, yeah, I'm all for, but my soul's worth more, so I'm gonna always keep my faith. It really ain't no other way. I can't complain now that I'm young and saved, and I've been getting better with my age. Remember days when all I wanted was the fame. We need a breakthrough. What's that gonna take? It's gonna take some change, but I don't wanna change, cause I'm stuck in my ways, even when I'm
just like me, my pockets get bigger, but I don't change. Jesus walks in my life, now they compare me to get
fountain of youth, new version like King James, except for the
Yo, I really like this. This is really cool. I feel like the mixing on the beat specifically, the mixing on the whole thing, but specifically the beat definitely needs some work. It just, like, the drums don't knock, the beat doesn't sound glued together. I'm assuming that's a rough draft. So there's that. There's also some of the delivery on your rap verses sound like you're reading, and I want you to not sound like you're reading. I want you to sound like you're really pouring yourself into the takes. Those are the really only two big critiques I have, is like the beat really needs some surgical on the mixing, and the verses need a bit more passion. Or maybe it's a mix or both, but I'm not quite sure. All right, guys, last submission of the night. Of course, the homie G.I. Soul. You guys could follow him. We usually close it out with a freestyle. Let me know how the levels sound. Let me know if you can hear me.
By this his love perfected with us, so that we may have confidence for the day of judgment. Because as he is, so also are we in this world. There is no fear in love. Perfect love casts out fear. For fear has to do with punishment. And whoever
switched up the BPM on me. How the levels sound? We good? Beat sound good? Trying to catch your pocket. I'm trying to freestyle just like a rocket. When I'm shooting in, you know, Ruslan, I'm not a prophet, but I make a profit. I can never stop it. It's a groove and a bounce that you cannot amount. Doing so much for foam runners, you know that I hounce. I never wear no Crocs. Keep capping and you know I never stop. Dropping the truth in the gems, the way I'm cutting the cameras. You know that I don't pretend. I keep it up with the stamina. Every day is for him. You know I keep it on amateurs. Every day I don't blend. Every day I just end. Another whack rapper, backpacker, not a trapper. I never been. I brought that rhyme scheme around, and if I really want to, you know that I can do it all over again. Woo. Shout out to my man G.I. Soul, keeping me sharp every week. Peace. Yo, the swing on this threw me off, but I like it. Can I go in for a second? Can I go in for a second verse? Jesus broke the second curse. He the second Adam. I keep it moving, spazzing. Yeah. I bring it back around to the beginning. I'm ending, my friends. Do it how I feel, and you know that I'm beginning to blend. I said that rhyme before, said it again. I keep it a secret and blend. Anything that I feel, why the beat gotta end? Every day I stay real, every day I stay ill, and the fire is real. Yeah, the fire within, gotta keep it rocking, and you know I'm fighting my sin. Ooh. Shout out to G.I. Soul, man. Yo, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I would appreciate that because yeah, I'd appreciate that. That's the homie G.I. Soul. That was super fun, man. I had a blast with you guys tonight. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up. If you guys got any questions, you could always reach out to me on Instagram. I reply back to almost every single DM on Instagram. Almost every single DM. If you just come in for a favor, I'm not gonna hit you back. Some of y'all just going right, yo, can I get this? Can you do this? Can you shout me out? Can you follow me? Nope, not gonna respond. But if you hit me with a legitimate concern, question, backstabbing remark, I appreciate those to my face. You could do that on the gram. But thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate you guys.